Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hey. How's everybody doing tonight? I do want to point this out before we start. Um, Miss Eve needs prayer. When she has her knee replacement, she's worried. We want to pray in Jesus' name for healing and speedy recovery for Miss Eve Hickman here. If you all don't care to say a prayer for her, I appreciate that, and I will too. And Speedy, I'm going to put a link out, and I'm only going to put it out for a couple people because there's been too many getting on the panel, and it makes you kind of nervous a little bit. So I'm just going to put a link out for a couple people to grab. Okay. Um, but I want to say hi to everybody coming in. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Jody. Hello, everybody coming in. Um, Fried Green Tomatoes, Ziggy V, Jesse, Lady of Love, Eva, Jessa, Amanda, Angel Eyes, Jody Landis, Tammy Fields, Tammy Hower, Brian Hoffman, Jessa, Judith, Victoria, Sherry, Crystal, Debbie Fox, Brian Hoffman, Moon River, Chris Milcher, hello, Plex, Texas Brat, Christy, Sherry Weeks, Tree, Victoria. Y'all got a little bit of a cold. Debbie Rose, Lori Rogers, Joyce, Angel, Bob, Jesse, Silly Sue. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Hello, everybody. Michelle Tucker. Hello, beautiful Sunflower. Hello, Joyce. Hello, everybody coming in. I do want to address something while we're starting out here, and that's why I have it on subscribers only. Is because I have another YouTube Chroma channel coming and telling me to take my content down because she's not pleased with my content. Like I'm really gonna listen to her, okay? And it's the Dirty Rabbit over there. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm gonna call her Dirty Rabbit because this is the second time she's attacked my channel. Also, I see some. She's sending her trolls over here also to comment dirty comments, like Music City Mom, the one that threatened me over Robin B. She sent me a threatening email and told me she was going to get a cease and desist, but yet she's out here bashing me all over. And I've got proof of that. I can pull that up too. Yeah. Um, just a lot of drama. Yeah. She's she said take the video down. Like it's awful. Like but AWP's okay to put it up? Really? I mean, there's nothing we done that was anything bad for the drama. It always happens when my channel starts to grow. These drama crama channels start to grab a hold of it, and I've calmed down a little bit because I was a little bit upset, kind of arguing back and forth. I just want her to stay over in her channel because I actually had talked really good about her before, and praised her a whole lot, and even said she was a pretty lady and everything. And then she just can't seem to keep my name out of her chat. I guess she don't have content. Um, and she made little other comments about me, and but that has to do with another creator that I like. So I'm hoping that she doesn't get that other creator to bash me because I don't even care. I'm not taking my content down for no jealous YouTuber. I'm sorry, Dirty Rabbit. It ain't gonna happen. And Music City Mom, you can stay over there on Jinky's channel. You can stay over there on the Dirty Rabbit's channel, but stay the hell off my channel because I will expose you and all your little dirty behind the scenes comments that you've sent me. So please stop while you're at it, okay? Or you will get a cease and desist on you because I'm not playing. And the Dirty Rabbit is sending her peeps over there to for bad comments, because the nights before I didn't have any dirty comments. I woke up today, got home, and there's lots of them, and they're all coming from her channel. So, Dirty Rabbit, please stop. Okay? Nobody wants to go on no island, no way. I'm staying right over here on the farm. Right over here on the farm is where I want to be. So, keep your little scamps over there on your dirty trailer park because nobody gives a shit. Now, I'm trying to be nice because I was mad earlier, you guys. But you know what? You tell me to take something down, I'm going to post it 3 times as more because that's just who I am. You don't tell me to take anything down. You don't dictate my channel, okay? I'll put what I want to put. The only thing we've ever put over here is what AWP put out on their own footage. We found it. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want this whole thing to be about it. I know, Cassie. I know. And I told Lady of Love this, that they'll start whenever your channel starts to grow, or if you start doing contact uh no, when you start doing like content and stuff like that, they'll come after you. And she was the one who did the rose with the Rose Bly thing too, which stay tuned because I will be releasing that audio on Rose Bly pretty soon and let you guys hear for yourself about that. Because I'm not letting nobody dictate what I have goes on in my channel. Just because you got a shitty channel and it's not growing, don't come after mine because I've done nothing to attack yours. So leave mine alone. Hello, Larissa. Hello, country girl. Hello, Shelly R. So, as in my title, we're going to talk about this again today. And we're going to show pictures again today, whether the trashy rabbit likes it or not. Exactly, beautiful sunflower. If you don't like my content, don't watch. Don't try to make drama about it because, listen, I've not put nothing out no more than, a lot of these other YouTubers have said and done. The more you channel, yeah, exactly, exactly. So, but I wanted to call Music City Mom out because there's been threats behind the scenes. She's mad at me because she is dealing with Robin B. Her and Robin B's been bashing me because I won't let Robin B come back up on my panel. So, thank you, Melinda. Thank you guys that all that support me. Um, I appreciate that so much. But I'm not going to let anybody dictate what we talk about. This is a crime channel. It's not like we found this off anything. We just simply took it from AWP's footage. We found it, or Lady of Love did, and other people, and it looks pretty damn suspicious to me. I don't care what nobody says. It
And
looks
we did not. I did not edit any of that stuff. The only thing I did do was right
absolutely
on the
was not.
screen to show to you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We only showed that because people said they couldn't see on their small screen. So,
We don't owe that thing explanation. We don't own.
mm-mm.
Listen, we got people that supports us over here. We don't need her people over there to bash because they did it before. And believe me, people sent me the people that did it, and when they come in here, I'm getting rid of them. This live, that live was amazing. True crime, and it's needed. Thank you, Jody Lantis. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And that's what
Oh,
true crime people do, and even people with missing cases. You look at a crime scene
oh,
or any other thing, and you go through it and discuss it. What is out there is already out there from the AWP footage, and anybody can go look at that. If anybody has to go edit their footage, it's going to have to be AWP, and we love and support AWP. And
thank you, Jody.
I at this point don't even think that AWP is aware that that was there. He said on August 8th on another channel in an interview that they have not gone over the footage with a fine tooth comb. And Nick said on his interview on Duty Run that, he could only see what we can see in that footage. He said they don't have clear visibility, and looking through that window, it was hard for him to see. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's seen either. I don't think they're
He
aware.
may not have noticed it, you
And I
know.
did I did send an email today to AWP, um, letting them know,
As
and
to
so
the
that way they
name.
can go and blur it if they want to go blur it.
Right. Right. Exactly. Um, thank you, Marie. Thank you guys. You know, if you're gonna be ugly, just stay over in your own channel and be ugly. Don't come over here. Oh, thank you, Audrey, for becoming a new sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I love every one of y'all. Are you talking about Krama Mama? Sorry, making it. No, I'm talking about the dirty rabbit. I'm not going to name her name, but everybody knows who she is over there on the trash park. Um, you know, I don't like to talk about other creators. I try to support other creators and bring them up. But this is the second time that this woman has done this. She obviously don't have no content. You know, if you're going to go bash anybody for what they say, you better go bash the big top one that's doing it. Okay?
Yeah,
But
because none
no,
of
you
this.
want to attack a small channel because you think I'm going to sit back and take it. Kiss my rumpity dump dump. There's no way that I'm going to take that live down or not talk about this because you have a problem in your little creepos over there in your channel has a problem with it. No way. Absolutely not.
And
Not
you're
going to
upset,
happen.
but you're rightfully upset. We didn't do anything. All we did was share their footage. And what people don't understand is that this was when we showed that it was brand new to us, right? We're still trying to figure things out in our head. Did they know? Did they not know? Um,
Thank you, bless. Too best to be stressed. That's what she put. Hey, Snow. Hello, Snow. But I mean, and that even means my sister's channel over there as well. Kiss Daisy Cow's from. Exactly. If you don't like my channel, but the thing is, you can talk all you want, but don't make a whole live about me and then send your trolls over because I've been down that before. It's not going to make a difference. If anything, it's just going to make me put the content out even more. And now I'm probably going to put that recording of Rose Bly because if your butt was really a true crime, like you say you are, instead of a crime channel, you would have listened to that audio and heard it for yourself that there was more to that. Okay? But I'm done with that soapbox now. And it's all from Music City Mama stirring it up. She just left a comment on there a while ago anyway. Like she's left like 3 comments on my thing, Music City Mom. And then she had people had sent me stuff where she'd been in the chat over there stirring it up because of Robin B, because she supports Robin B and all her doings. And I'd like to know she better watch out because you can get caught scamming people. I'm not saying she's scamming, but if you better watch out because there's laws about that stuff. I'm just saying, Music City Mom, back off, lady. Stay over there on your own lane. Stay away from my channel. You're a troll. I've learned that.
there's no need for these people to come out and be nasty to anybody either. And if
No.
if something's bothering you, just write it in the comments. But there's a good way of saying things without being so negative and nasty.
Right. Right. And like Robin B, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't put my name in your mouth. Don't put my channel in your mouth. Don't go over on my sister's channel and put words in my mouth. And if I ever do speak to my sister again, I will make sure that she gets rid of Music City Mom. I will, because she doesn't need to be supporting people that's attacking my channel when I built my sister's channel for her. Hello, Angel. Okay, so what new stuff have we found out about this? Thank you, thank you, too blessed. She said I got your back. Awesome, awesome. Don't be getting a country girl mad. I know they're. Oh, I was cussing a while ago, and I had to stop and take a breath because nobody was saying nothing until she started that little nasty live over there, and then, um, thank you, Veronica. And then her trolls started coming over there, over on my comments and attacking them. Snow, it's the dirty rabbit. That's all I'm gonna say. The dirty rabbit. I'm not gonna give her any clout, her channel any clout, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I don't want to fuss with other YouTubers. But the things she said, uh, but anyways, Farm Squad. There you go. There you go. This channel has been the most informative because I thought I was actually hallucinating. Oh, well, thank you, Audria. Thank you. I can bring that back up again. Let's bring them back up again. We'll talk about them. Because people sure as hell ain't going to stop me from talking about it. If they think they are, they got another thing coming. They don't dictate my channel.
Yeah, and the only one who can remove, AWP, those images, is to go edit that AWP
Exactly.
footage
If they
and
removed,
blur out pictures or
they
faces.
were over there telling me saying they were going to have the pictures taken down. Well, if you do that, you'll have to report AWP too because it come from their stuff. It come from their stuff. No, it's just the fact that she ain't got no content and she wants to cause drama. That's all she's ever done. She sure ain't who I thought she was.
Some of these channels, when they don't have content, they create drama so that way they get more content.
Exactly.
They get more views.
Exactly. And that's exactly what she's doing. What is it that you found out that was new?
Me?
Sent me a message. Yeah, I was so mad I didn't read anything.
Oh. I did want
Okay.
to let everybody know because on the interview that on Zav Girl's channel from September 9th, that's where Doug says that he hasn't gone over the footage with the fine-tooth comb. And he said that because somebody asked him about the seatbelt that was hanging out the back. And he made it very clear that they have not gone over that footage, and looked at everything clearly.
Right.
And so that's important for everybody to know, too, because I really don't think they've seen it. And, Duty Ron did the interview with, he first did one with Nick, or no, he did one with Doug, and then he did one with Nick. The one with the Nick was very thorough, and they asked him a lot of questions. He actually got most of his insight came from that in that interview. So it's important for people to go listen to that too.
We're not the only ones that's seen this face in here.
And these
We're
are not
not the
edited
ones
footage. This is not
This is
edited.
not edited. That's
This is a
another
picture of
thing.
my laptop.
Edited footage. Thank you, too, Bless. She said I got your back. Okay, Shelly. Now we cannot talk about anyone but me and Lady Love as far as sending us stuff. Like as far as, so let me see if I can find it. Okay, as far as like the other girl that said that, not Shelly, but the other girl that come on here, we can't vouch for her stuff, but we can. Shelly, let's see what you got.
Yeah, because she was the only other one that came up and shared, an image she had.
What is this you're showing me, Shelly? Come up, Shelly. Ziggy V, where are you at? She's supposed to come up here with me. Shelly, come up here so you can explain this.
Hello, Shelly.
Is she up here?
She's in the comments right now.
Oh, love
She
you
just said hi.
too. Lord, yeah, y'all know ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Right there. That's her, y'all. In my opinion, that's her. Right there. If y'all can't see it, there's some explaining to do. You can see it's got strands, curly strands in it. Hello,
Yeah,
God love. Hello.
from many different views, you can still see it. And even from the other side of the vehicle in the open window, you can see that
Hi.
hair.
Hey, Shelly, how are you doing?
How are y'all doing?
Hi, Shelly.
I'm doing good. How about you?
I just found a song from Kiely from SongCloud. And then,
You did?
yeah.
Well, you don't think I'll get a.
I don't know. I mean,
These emails you sent me earlier, I'm gonna bring them up. Can you explain what they're about?
Which one?
And I'll bring it up.
Is that one of her songs from their YouTube or their Facebook page?
No, it was on SoundCloud, but that picture is on the table, and I just wanted to ask people what they thought about it. But if you have a unique experience with an animal, then you take a Sharpie and write it in the book.
Oh, is that what that is?
You know why? They said a lot of people are seeing like animals.
Yeah.
And it's kind of maybe like I don't know what you would call that exactly, but it's just like if you see the certain numbers after somebody passes, it's supposed to be, spiritual.
Yeah.
What is this supposed to be?
That is like police records from 2 days after, but I didn't. From the Placer County Sheriff's Office.
On who?
I haven't had a chance to. I sent it to you earlier this morning because I didn't know if you looked through it yet. But that song was hers, and you can see Jagger at the bottom. He said "I love you" on it, and she was Kylie Neiman on SoundCloud. But I'm pretty sure you can play the song. I mean, it's out there. And then as far as the police stuff, I took screenshots, and I probably need to contact Plunder, make sure it's okay. But she's really informative.
She is. I like her.
Christian, and I'm sure it'd be okay. But that song is so beautiful.
Did she sound good in it?
Yeah. And then so I guess there was a Facebook group for the family and for Kylie. I don't know which group it was, but a family member went in there and said, yes, there is a rift in the family. And if you think about Gabby Petito, how both parents and step-parents kind of came together as a united front.
Yeah.
Well, she said, this is not going on here.
No.
It is not going on here. So you can
obviously see there's turmoil.
Yeah. And then also when it comes to talking about it, the immediate family is it's an accident, and they won't necessarily listen to any other opinions at this point. I can understand that because it's better when you're dealing with hurt like this. I mean, if it was an accident.
Melinda, this is not Kylie. This is somebody else. This is not Kylie.
Yeah, that's just a picture.
I don't know how many times I can tell you all. This is not Kylie.
We're trying to ascertain what we see. That's all we're doing. Really.
And Kylie's in the very, very back of the vehicle.
We didn't do like AWP did. We didn't show the image of Kylie back there. This is somebody else.
Well, they just put out, they did show where it was blurred, but I think that was just so people can see where she was at. They did a good job blurring, but we definitely didn't blur nothing.
I also wanted to say that the song.
Is this still on the flip side?
You know the song that Lindsay sang, right?
Huh?
The song that Lindsay sang?
Yeah.
Well, I wrote in my long email that the lyrics were changed. It was, instead of son, it changed to daughter, which is, it's fitting for Kylie. But then later on, it lay your head upon your mother's breast. The original I gave you a date on that, 1876 or something. It was a spiritual song written by Sarah. I forget her.
It's okay, Melinda.
Yeah. And then she changed it from lay your head upon thy Savior's breast to lay your head upon thy mother's breast. So I just thought that was different.
This picture right here it's flipped. It's not flipped. It's the normal upside down picture. Nothing edited or anything about it. Of AWP's footage.
Right side up.
It's right side up. If you flip it, you can see somebody, well, in my opinion, somebody's hair going down. This footage is no different than what AWP put out showing Kiely in the back. Even though it was blurred out, you can still see Kiely in the back hatch.
Yeah, this was me just taking a picture of my
Which
laptop
is
screen.
known to have a body. We don't
No
know if this is
edits.
a body or not. This has not been edited. This is not Kiely. It's what we think it is. Plunder reported all this earlier. She deserves credit. What did she report, Violet, that she needs credit for? Because we are the ones that talked about this first. Are you
No,
talking
not
about?
this picture. I'm talking about the information, which
Oh,
I did say it was from Plunder. I did give her credit.
okay. I'm sorry, you
But
guys. I'm just a little agitated right now. I probably shouldn't do a live, but there's no way I was going to let somebody tell me not
but
to do a live on something. And
we can move on to the pictures, and then you can read my email, and then decide.
I've been looking for it, but I'm not. I didn't get it. I didn't get that email. I got the other one, the one I just showed you, but I didn't get
It's
that
from the same one. It's the same. It's just really long.
one. Oh, but yeah, if you all can't look at that and say there's not something that ain't there, and honestly, I believe this is a face. That looks like a face to me,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it might not be, but it looks like it to me.
Yeah, I feel like there's at least two people in the car, maybe
Yeah,
more.
allegedly. This is the part they
Yes,
blurred
my
out.
opinion and allegedly.
Our opinions, yeah. And that's all we've stated from the beginning, that this is all our opinions only, not nothing more than just our
Yeah,
opinions.
we
Um,
said people go look stuff for themselves if they, if they
mhm,
can't see it here, they can go look at the footage.
exactly. Now, right here, where we thought that he was tucking her hair in, what was your? You told me that you thought
Yeah,
that.
he was actually feeling for glass in
Yeah.
that what there's a ridge there, and I think
Hmm.
he was just seeing if he can feel any broken glass. I don't think he could feel anything, but he knew the window was, so he said it's either it's broken, but later they said it could be broken or
So
all
he
the way
may
down.
not have seen it because,
Lady
well,
of
Yeah, I don't think he's seen it. I think if they did see it, they would have blurred it out just like they did the rest of it.
how can someone see that in the video and not question it?
so Lady of Love said the other day to go through the entire video for yourself, and I did this for 2 hours last night, and you can really, if you just make your own opinion. Darn, my daughter's calling. You just make your own.
She did, Constance. Constance, if you're going to come in here, because I seen you over there stirring the shit pot. If you're going to come in here and stir the shit pot, you're going to get blocked. And I ain't a playing. I seen you over there. But so I'm just going to go ahead and block her. Because she's chroma too.
I have never cleaned up any of their footage. I am watching it 4K on my laptop, okay? The only thing I did was tilt my screen a little bit so I can take a clear picture. So
Yeah.
that's my laptop you see in front of me. I'm watching AWP footage. It's paused. And that's it.
Hey, Annabelle.
Not edited.
Well, we're bringing it to you all. Decide for yourself.
If this was edited, it would be much clearer,
Well,
and
here's
we
the
would
thing
probably
is,
see a face.
she said, "Oh, but what if it is a girl?" Well, what? This is not our footage. This is not our footage. You know, if
Yeah,
we don't know who this is. We don't know if this is even a human. We're just basically pointing it out to you that it's suspicious. You know, don't stir the shit pot. The pot will stink. I know.
and I did email AWP today and let them know of what I seen. And that's up to them to go look over their footage
Honey, I
closer.
was wearing way worse than that a while ago.
Oh no.
I had to calm down, get to the point. And
Yeah,
it happens. Like anytime I start growing my channel at any given point or start getting real deep into a subject, you're going to have other chroma channels come in and grab a hold of it and try to run with it. That just,
every time.
it happens. I told Lady of Love before this even happened that would happen. We expected it, actually. Hey, Sal lady. But
So how do you explain those two blobs? Because after looking at it again last night, very slowly, it could be either. Okay, I agree. It could be the seat. It could also be legs or arms. So that's
which part are you
if you
talking about?
turn this
those
picture,
those two images, right? Those two.
These right here.
The one you're showing right now.
Okay, this right here is the
that is.
This is the headboard here of the car.
Okay.
And this,
well,
this is the seat.
That is the headrest of the seat that you see behind the hair there. That's the headrest, and you'll see, but the seat goes back more. That's where she's at. I can't tell if she's sitting in the seat.
You guys see a face there? I can see a face.
You.
Can you see the face? There's a forehead. There's the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Can you guys not see that?
I can tell you what I seen just looking at my.
I'm looking at it.
There is a face there.
Hang on. What the heck?
There is a face there.
Somebody's trying to call me. Darn it. There is a face there.
These pictures don't show great detail like it does if somebody was watching, on their own laptop. This is just pictures of my laptop, and it's not going to come as clear as what I was watching.
I can see it on the 4G. I can actually see a forehead and a face there. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. In my opinion only. Thank you guys. Thank you. You can't see a face. Where I'm looking at it up closer, I can. You have to. Mine's in 4G too.
Yeah, I think people, if they want to see it, they can go look at AWP footage and see it.
Yes.
Because it's going to be more clear.
It's not edited. You can see. No, there's where I can see the forehead right there.
It's me taking a picture of my LCD screen, and is why it looks the way it does. Because I'm taking a picture of my screen, and you can see the timestamp on the bottom.
See the waves in the hair. I wonder if AWP has went back and just looked at this and just said,
I don't think they have. And even with the seatbelt, they said that they said with the seatbelt that they have not gone over this footage with the fine-tooth comb. Now Nick says that on in one of the interviews that we can see what we can see exactly what he sees, and the lights aren't very good, so he couldn't really look inside of there and get a good, and that's why he was spending time in there. He said that. And on Duty Ron's channel, he said the only thing he can make out in that front area was maybe a blanket or some clothing on the ground level there of the car.
If you look, Snow, like a little bit closer to it, like I can see this up close. So I can see kind of like a forehead here, nose, eyeballs. Like I can see it close up.
And also there's
at it close up.
As the footage is, because it's paused, some of the stuff, the white spots you see on the screen are stuff that was floating in the water. Plus there's, algae in the window.
Thank you. Who's coming up? I hope it's Ziggy. Okay. All right. There's my girl, Miss Ziggy B. Hey.
I had to get Ziggy quiet.
Oh, okay. Metal Mama wants to take me to a concert. Miss Ziggy, you got something open. It's kind of echoing a little bit, baby.
I got to turn the fan off then.
You got to turn the YouTube off. Close off the tab.
I got it closed out. It's the fan.
Let's see. Have to capitalize, not screaming, just want it to be seen. Thank you, Too Blessed to Be Stressed. Let's see. She put, I asked my teenager if he saw a face when he walked in the room the other day. He said, yeah, it's right here. It's plain as day. You don't see it, Mom. He had to show me where it was. It's kind of creepy, you guys. It really is. It is, but it could possibly be. We see it. Me and Lady of Love's not the first one to see it. Miss Shirley seen it, and the other lady seen it. Miss Shirley even told Ryan, didn't you?
And anybody, I can tell you right now, anybody that's I'm not an editor, so I can't go through because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't go through and edit images. But there's a lot of people out there that
he's calling me, but I can't answer him.
There's a lot of people out there that have
No.
looked at this footage and edited it and went over it with fine-tooth comb. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that know and just haven't said. But I don't think AWP is aware, because they would have went back and edited their footage and blurred those people out, because they're really respectful like that.
I mean, I did.
Or they may not be able to say anything.
You know, yeah, because law enforcement paused and then answered that question, right? And so it's very possible there's part of the case that maybe they don't want, you know, and AWP is, you know, is not working that case. They did what they're supposed to do, so maybe they're not supposed to say.
Yeah, and then he said bodies. Yeah, Miss Daisy
Yeah.
pointed that out.
Yeah, and the news
I mean,
press
I
briefing.
would love to have them answer that question. I would love for someone to ask them actually ask them that question, you know, and ask them, you know, what, you know, and see how they answer. Because there is an interview. I think there is really an interview where they say they can't comment on it. I just can't find it. I don't have time to sit and look for it, but I know there is.
Yeah, I found most of them, but I haven't even been able to find all of them yet.
I've watched as many as I can find, and I
And
haven't
you couldn't find it either.
confirmed it. No, I've been looking, listening.
I did want to say, because there was a question that Nick the diver had asked on Duty Ron's to one of the people on panel. It was the doctor. I think she was the lady, the female on that interview. He asked this question. He said, is there a specific time period that a person would be underwater before gases or whatever in their system would create them to float, and become buoyant? And she said, in cold water, they sink. In warm water, they float. It usually is about after 2 weeks, which we're a little bit past 2 weeks, right? That they start to become buoyant. It depends on the water temperature and also bacteria and stuff that's in the water. So it's very possible for bodies to be in there at this point, floating, and some sunk, right? Some are not floating yet.
I didn't get a email from Crowcat. I haven't got one. My email's not working like it should. Beautiful sunflower.
Yeah. I
Um.
think that question was interesting though from Nick
Well,
to the
here for
doctor.
summer said what an AMWP. I don't know. Tell them what you heard them say. What makes you think that they might not have seen it?
Okay, the reason why I don't think they've seen it's, for one, they haven't gone back in and blurred it. For two, Doug says on Zap Girl's channel on September 9th, he said they haven't gone over the footage with the fine-tooth comb. So all the details that people are seeing, like the seatbelt in the you know, in the back of the car, they didn't see that until viewers started pointing it out. Then they went back and looked at the footage, and sure enough, he thinks it's a seatbelt. He said it looks much like a seatbelt. So
yeah, I looked for the seatbelt last night and I couldn't find it. Maybe they blurred it out. And I went frame by frame, like very slow. I couldn't find the seatbelt.
Oh no, we're talking about the one that's shut in the cargo area of the car.
Yeah, they blurred that out.
They did?
Wait, the seatbelt?
No, the one that's in the trunk of the car. There was a seatbelt that was stuck there.
Yeah, I couldn't see it last night.
I've seen it. You can watch the video and clearly see it on the video.
Oh.
If anybody don't see a face right there, they're blind. Can y'all not see that face?
Yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's the guy.
Do you think it's just, what do you call those, a mirage or whatever it is? Because I can see fingers in this one too.
You know, there's a lot of things that if we look at it, there's some things that can be mirage, and that's why it's important not to say, oh, it's 100% fact. I do think, because, you know, having that clear window and seeing that hair still hanging on that side, that one I'm pretty positive about myself.
But this is definitely not a mirage. This definitely.
No, there's definitely, I can't tell if they're in the seatbelt, you know, in the seat, or if maybe they just are floating up there and their head and hair, you know, hanging down. It's hard to tell.
Can y'all see the hair? Can y'all see the hair? This hair flowing down? Can y'all at least see that? We're not saying it's yay or nay. We're just saying it's suspicious.
And I just tilted my phone a little bit, and you can see the bottom of the screen, my laptop screen, where it has the timestamps.
Pareidolia, Wild Woody said. I like Wild Woody.
Yeah, you
Wild
can stare at a bush and see a face in it. I mean, it's just the way it works.
True.
But things like this, I seen this as soon as I was watching the video on my, not from my phone, but on my computer. It was instantly there for me, and it took my breath away when I seen that. And then I just going through the rest of it, and I was shocked.
It does. I really wish that we could get like somebody from AWP to comment on there and stuff.
Well, I did email them, Daisy. I emailed them today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I let them know because, it's important to go back through that footage and look closer, because if indeed this is a body, they need to go back and blur that out. So, the rest of the world's not going to see it.
Exactly.
We can't go edit their footage. I mean,
you can
there's
see
no way for us to do
how's
that.
it moving more with current going through the windows. I don't know, but if you all go back, let's go back to AWP's video. Let's play that again so we can show everybody that this is not altered.
And I can see the hair flowing in their video.
Yeah.
On that, on the open window that's
and
broken
maybe
out.
They didn't see it. Maybe they didn't see it because
I don't think they did.
It was
I honestly,
such a shocker to them, this whole thing.
Can you all let me know if they blurred?
Asked him.
Can you all let me know if they blurred out the belt?
I don't think they did. It didn't look blurred out to me.
I can pull it up on my phone and look while we're here.
Well, I saw the still shot. I was just that people have,
Well, you know what? You have to slow the footage down to 0.25.
Thank
you goes over that area really fast.
Thank you.
I did. From when he first went down, right?
Yeah.
So
she said
I went through that like 4 or 5 times.
Thank you, Darcy.
It shows right before he's going back up out of the water.
We're gonna watch this video so we can show that this did not come from.
I'm gonna go look right now.
Channel. People can't just be nice and mind their own business. They're just being brats. Especially when a creator starts acting like a brat.
Well, people
we're just analyzing to see what we see. That's all we're doing. Nothing's factual. We're just analyzing.
Analyzing their own footage.
Their own footage that's already been released.
Yeah. I'm slowing it down, guys, because let's go back. Have they went down yet?
Oh, yeah, you're going back too far.
And maybe they haven't noticed it, and maybe somebody needs to bring it to their attention. And that might be what they're getting ready to release on the second video. They may have more of this on the second video.
I don't think we're the only ones. We can't be the only ones in the whole world.
No, because Duty Ron and them cleared it up enough to see a candy bar, so I'm pretty sure, and I think that's why they kept asking him if they seen anything up front. Because I think they seen it.
Petechia as well.
You can see the seatbelt right there.
Okay.
Barely.
Pause it. What do we? Okay.
You want me to pause it?
Yeah, I couldn't see it right there.
Can you see it? Did I pass it up?
Below?
No, go back.
When he goes back around, you'll see it when he goes back around for sure.
Okay.
Okay. But if you see it again, just tell me to pause it, okay?
It would be right there to the bottom of the screen in the middle, but yeah.
But when he goes back around, you can see it so much more clearer.
Yeah, it's much clearer when it's going up.
I want to get to the part where it shows them underwater. Like it shows him really looking into that passenger window.
Can you go back? Because I think they blurred it out.
No,
we're gonna. They're going right now.
I just seen it a second ago. So when we go back, that's what I pointed out.
Right there. There it is. Let me slow it down just a little bit more. This is not coming from Daisy Cow's editing skills. This is in the actual video. You can see it.
I don't even have editing skills. I wish I could, because I would clear this up really good and have a real
if I did, I'd have better things.
I don't know how to use.
Can y'all see that? You can see it better.
He's going to get up closer to the window. We'll see much better.
See it right there, you guys? It's there.
Yeah, it doesn't ever move. It's stationary.
Look at all this. Look at
And
that.
on the other side, you'll see it flowing a little bit too.
Yeah. Look. How can y'all say, oh, Daisy Cow did that? No, it's in the video. I'm not saying y'all said. I'm just saying to the people that's been hating. And this might not be nothing. It might just be something else hanging down there. But it looks like hair to me.
I'm pretty convinced from my side. At least that part.
So where are the seats in relationship to those
Right here.
two blobs?
Everybody has to make their own opinion now.
Yeah, everybody can
That-
be there.
That's the
You
steering wheel.
This is where the face was, allegedly. And that could be just a...
Right,
Damn, right there, yeah.
right in the middle is a face.
So behind the hair back there, you'll see that's the seat. And then the back, the headrest too. I don't know what the other square thing is that comes into view right there. I have no clue what that is. And we don't have
That's suspicious more than anything, the hair.
That's what I think is a body. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Because if his face is right there in the middle, his legs are floating up, his arms. I don't know. That's what I see.
And Nick said that, how we're seeing it on this footage is exactly how he's seen it. His camera's on his headgear. So he's looking is exactly.
Audrey said go to 480p. How do you do that, Audria? She said
480, that's lower than 4K, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe it'll show up better. Let me
that's
look.
lower quality than 4K.
Let's try it anyway. I'll do anything just to see 480p. Maybe she can see it better on there. Does it take a minute for it to do it?
Yeah, it'll take
4K is better though, right? That might be why we're seeing it. She may see it in 4K.
I'm not that techie, but I'm pretty sure 4K is the highest.
The highest one.
Well, our options on there.
Nobody's disrespecting anybody. We're not showing no more than what AWP showed.
There's the rock that stopped the car right there.
Yeah, that's the rock. You
At
can't come at Daisy Cow for something AWP put out. We're just pointing out that we found something. Now, here it is, where he says that, y'all. Let me go back just a little bit. For those of you just joining us, this is where he said. Anybody inside? Yes. Yet.
You went a little too far, Daisy.
Did I go back too far?
Yeah. Start.
Let me go back to regular.
That's good right there. He'll end up back there again. Because he says came out first. And you see how fast he's looking. So it's possible he didn't see it. This is his first dive on a fresh case.
Something hanging right there. What is that?
I think that's a I don't know. I think that's plant life after looking at it harder.
Wow, I can really see it.
You look for objects that don't move.
It's so hard to see what's up in that area because he pans up there for a quick second and then.
Wow. It does kind of look like dreads in a way, but
yeah, but even with me on my own,
see the seat here.
Yeah, that's the headrest and the hair.
Anybody? Why did he say that?
Take your time. Be safe.
There's some blurred out here. They did blur some stuff out here. I don't know why they blurred it out, but they blurred it out.
That's the right pair of shoes.
Now this is where the boots would be, as the girl
Yeah,
said, the boots. Now here you
10-4.
can
They
kind of
blurred it
see when
out
it goes
because
around.
I read
the
you loud and
seatbelt.
clear.
they blurred it out because they can see, a view a little bit under that back seat into the back where Kylie's at. I think that's why they blurred that part out. Or they might have seen something back there after, they reviewed the footage back
I
in that
don't know
back seat.
why it's giving me a minute. Give it a minute, you guys. I think algae on the window is maybe what you're seeing, but just in one place.
No, that one spot's not algae because on the other side of the other vehicle side, you can see the hair hanging down still, and it's brown hair. Appears to be brown hair anyway.
This is the side where Kiely was at, and that's blurred out. But you
Yeah,
can
in the
still
back
see
end.
images. So if y'all whoever wants to come for me over this, you have to come for AWP because that's clearly Kiely right there, and they're showing her. I'm sorry, but
10-4.
you can't come after one and not the other.
I think this is
This is their footage.
Pause it right when he looks back. Pause it right there. That's the hair hanging down right there in front over the Truly can and the brush. There's the hair coming down right there.
I can't see it. I can't see it. The hair.
We'll keep looking in that. You see that right there where your cursor just was?
Uh-huh.
Up a little bit. All that brown area here. That's the hair.
Can you see it clearer on yours? Because I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can see it a lot clearer on mine. But we're watching on a small screen here.
it's odd. It's right by the hairbrush.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a lot of
Whoa,
stuff in there.
whoa. Go back. I just caught something.
10-4.
Hang on, I just caught
I read you loud and clear.
Hang on.
As this occurred, there are human remains in the vehicle. Over.
10-4.
I cried when I watched this first time. Hang on. I thought I just seen it when I moved the thing. Let's see if we can find it. Go back, right?
The passenger window is broken out.
Hang on.
It appears
There's something flowing down there.
I thought I just got a glimpse of it.
You can on the bigger screen. You can get a good glimpse of that hair.
rear
Well, he did. He skipped back over to the other side.
is halfway down.
Yeah, he doesn't show that
Copy
other
that. Rear,
passenger
driver's side.
side rear window at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
So
Yeah.
it's even possible there might be somebody in that back seat area, and maybe it's why they had to blur that whole thing out.
Could be. Wow.
Tip on how to use StreamYard.
Look at his face. This man has been in the Army for what, 12 years?
Yeah.
Military. You up here with me, Ziggy V? And look at this man, how he acts. He's seen more than what we think. It could be breaks.
Yep. That's what we do it for, brother.
Wait,
Good job.
it skipped
Good
over
job.
the whole back end. What did I do? When the back part, when they come up, they show it at the end, the car.
Oh, it might have skipped.
Let's see. Maybe it
Right.
did.
And I meant the rear of the vehicle
But
now.
you'll see that
Working my way around
right
towards
here.
the
It is where
driver's
right
side
here.
here.
10-4.
That's when he was
I
going
read
down.
you loud and clear.
I'm approaching the driver's side window, trying to get a look inside.
Gosh, so you can really see it better here now. I mean, you can really see it.
Yeah, it doesn't ever move either. It stays put.
Yeah.
He said their lights are not very good to see into vehicle windows that are closed like that.
Yeah. Look, it almost does look like braids. Can you see that? I can see it so much clearer here. Oh my god. I see a face. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see it so much better up here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If people watch and watch the whole view, and as he's moving, watch particular areas, you'll see more.
Oh my gosh. But it almost does look like the dreadlocks, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking they were dreads, but then I seen the ends of the hair, and I'm like, I don't know. I think the hair might be clumping together because of the water. It's so hard to tell.
It should be. Gosh. I can see it so much better. Actually, he probably shouldn't have touched the car, period. Duty Ron told him that too.
Yeah,
Like,
they did.
a nice way, he was like, maybe not touch the car next time.
Because they can get prints off the car.
Positively identify
Anybody inside yet?
yet.
Maybe that's.
I'm looking at the back now.
Why did he say, well, I cannot positively identify anybody inside yet?
Yeah, I don't understand that part. That's what
'Cause
made
he's
me
not-
think that's what made me think he's seen somebody at that point. But
He's not sure what he's looking at, maybe.
yeah, I don't think
cannot
I honestly don't think that
positively
they've seen anybody at
identify
that front.
anybody inside yet.
Yeah. But after hearing him on all the interviews, because I went back and listened to every single one, that I don't think he has seen this, because he said the only thing he could make out, he said he's seen a lot of shapes in the front, and the only thing he can make out was possibly clothing or even a blanket. That's what he was said. He said our visibility, what we see in this camera, is exactly what he sees. So he said it's very hard to see in there.
But why would they not want to tell us if there was other people in there?
Well, law enforcement is the one that were asked specifically and said no.
It was probably the FBI.
There may be a reason for it. I don't know.
Maybe they have to do it because of the investigation. If this is what we're not saying, we're just stating that this is an opinion and we don't know, but I want to know what that is. That looks like hair hanging down.
Yeah, they want to know which way the body was laying.
Oh, the body the hair?
Yes, I think
Down
this
and
is
see.
Nana Barb.
You can't
I
tell.
think he's laying more in the back seat part area. That's my opinion. I think back this way.
What
more.
do you? What do you? Yeah,
The
you
hair.
can't. You can't tell really if it's. That's why people got to look at it and look at it for themselves, because you can't tell if they're in the seatbelt or if they're up there floating and the hair and head just kind of hanging over the seat.
A lot of people think that we're saying this
No,
is
Kylie's in the very back of the car. This is not
Kylie's
Kiely.
in the back.
We think this is another possibility of other remains in the car.
We think that there might be other people in here. Not Kiely was in the back. That's confirmed. But just seems a little fishy when the cops kind of hesitate before they answer that.
And then we find this, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what. Let me take this back down and I'll bring back up our things. But no, we don't think that's Kiely at all. We don't believe that's Kiely at all in the back there. That we think maybe there might have been somebody else in there with her. And don't get me wrong, like we're not doing this to attack anybody's family or nothing, because if that's the thing, if that's what the case is, then Kylie's family needs to know that this could possibly be a homicide. Not
Right.
saying it is, not saying it is. I think eventually, if it is, they'll tell us.
Yeah, because what if people, because they haven't come out and said anybody else was missing from that party, that if there is other people in this car, that leaves the possibility of somebody, maybe adults or other people came and took Kiely and her car somewhere,
Yes.
and
If
they
she was,
ended up in the water somehow.
Yeah.
yeah, if she was passed out in her car and
Mm-hmm.
taken advantage of, heaven forbid.
There's a lot of junk in that car.
Because she's in the very back. We don't see her in that footage except for when he shows the side view.
I don't
That
know
what
about
I thought was blonde hair, I think, is actually a piece of grass. Looking at it closer.
this would be her hair, this would be her body laying that way, in my opinion. Now I'm not saying it is or it isn't somebody, but there's no difference in us pointing out that we think there's a body in here and actually showing a blurred out vision of where Kylie's laying, where a body actually is. See here? This is the hair. That's what we think. Did anyone see this skid? Hang on here. Did anyone see any skid marks on the location where they said the car went into the water? Nope, there was nothing. But it rained that day, right, Lady of Love?
I think it
Are you
rained at
talking
1 in the
about
It
morning.
rained, I think, the next few days
Yeah.
afterwards, I think. I got somebody vacuuming, so I'm on mute.
Yeah. So, yeah. I would just love for somebody to ask AWP what this is.
I tried to yesterday, and
I did email him.
Where was they at? Was he on a channel or something?
yeah, it was on 2 channels. But he was talking about the Jalissa Fuentes case.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
Tyler's channel. I did watch that, but it was
Somebody else
mostly
made a
about
good
Jalissa.
point. Somebody else made a good point. Could this have been connected with it? Could that be that girl in the back seat? I mean, isn't it not that Jalissa's not far from this case? Like, isn't it still in California? The girl that we're searching for now?
It's more down south.
Oh,
That's the man with the mustache, I think, that floating up. His legs are floating up.
like right here?
Yep. Or his arms. You see his hand reaching out. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a mirage or not, but I can clearly see a face right here.
That one's not a mirage because whenever he's changing the view of the camera, it stays the entire time until he, completely moves away from it. I don't know about the other stuff. That's why I say people got to go look at it for themselves if they want to look at this kind of stuff and
This is
look at
creepy
more
stuff
details.
right here, y'all. I don't care what nobody says. It's creepy as can be. You can clearly see a face.
It's definitely creepy and sad. If there's more and more people, it just means more lives lost.
Yeah. If there is more people. But man, I'll tell you what, this is creepy stuff. Creepy, creepy stuff. Uh-oh. Take it down. But yeah, so we don't know. We don't know, y'all. We're not saying it is or it isn't. We're just saying it's pretty suspicious to me. Either way, And for people to get on here and bash Daisy Cow over it is ridiculous.
Hopefully they get my email and go back through that footage and look at it closer.
I wish they would.
Because they are listening to
They're
people.
not
People
going
are pointing
to.
stuff out.
They don't
They're listening
care.
to people.
Yeah, they don't care. It's all about just being
No, I do think
everybody.
AWP is very all about family, so I do think they'll care.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
think they
talking
would
about
purposely show.
AWP. I'm talking about the dirty rabbit over there.
Oh.
Hmm.
I'm not
That's
giving
what I'm
that one my
talking
view.
about. And the only reason why I call her the Dirty Rabbit is this is the second time she's bashed my channel.
And people don't have to agree. They don't have to bash you for it. Then go watch the footage. And actually, I think she did agree.
Dramatic.
Just didn't want to show
you
it.
should see how dramatic it is. And it's all being stirred up by Music City Mom. Some of some of my old peeps. Music City Mom's mad at me because I won't let my Robin B back over here.
So they're saying that they see people in there and that we should take it down because these are real people. Is that what they're saying?
According to what she says, that she thinks that it could be real people.
So they're confirming what we're seeing, but still attacking.
I mean, she really does think that is somebody. It's what she thinks, but
it's definitely not Kiely because Kylie's all the way in the very back. He was able to see her.
The thing she did is just this is like she likes to go for other people, but she don't like it when other people comes back at her. You know, and I really did take up for her and stuff, but I'm not now. But yeah. So, and she made a comment about she'll probably get kicked off the island. Well, I don't care because if you send your peeps over there to do it anyway, it's probably not fair anyway. So,
well, that's all just fun and games anyway. That's nothing serious.
I know. I could care less about that.
They can kick anybody off the island.
And I'm not saying anything against Dolly because I like Dolly, but her using that as a way to attack people is not right because I really do like Dolly and I support his channel. And I hope that he doesn't go along with her because she's his mod. Because I know if my mod did that, I wouldn't let them do that if they attacked another person's channel for no reason. Because we all have speculation, not just one channel, but all channels have speculations. Nothing we put out is 100% unless law enforcement confirms it. And there is nobody over here saying. And all this footage came from AWP. So if you attack Daisy Cow over this, you have to be mad at AWP too because they put it out, and probably worse because we didn't show the part where there was actually a girl in there. They did. So we don't care about it. Well, the thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with him, you know, but her using that as an excuse because she's going to send her trolls over there to try to vote me off, I guess. I don't care. I'm a farm girl, not an island girl. I'll stay over here on the farm.
I don't understand what the island is.
It's just a game.
It's metaphoric. Oh, okay.
Yeah. A male went missing the same day she was reported. There's a report, but they redacted the male's photo. See, that's what we're talking about. Could it have been somebody else? Could it have been another male? Could it have been another female? We don't know, y'all. We don't know. You know?
Well, I wouldn't have brought it up to you if I wasn't seeing something. I just wanted
it was on Dolly's panel when you said it.
Said it on his panel, ignored.
You did. You said it on Dolly's channel. Miss Daisy isn't doing anything wrong. She's just giving her opinion like everybody else. I've watched some other channels and I can't believe some things they're reporting. It's opinions. Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
We're just looking at the video and discussing what we see, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Ace, honey, we're not talking about Kiely. We're talking about other people in that car. We've not mentioned Kiely at all. We feel like there may be more people. And if this is a homicide, that's true crime, Ace. That's what you're part of, right? Is what getting down to the true crime? What are we going to do? Just ignore stuff that we see and not bring it to nobody's attention? That's not a part of true crime. A part of true crime is when you see something, you say something.
If the evidence is out there, we have a right to examine it.
And another thing is,
and this is a crime scene.
If this is an accident, you know, we can't just say, oh, let's pat mommy on the back and all the friends on the back and say it's okay and let them move on. No, there has to be some kind of responsibility here. Okay, if it was an accident and she drove off the road drunk and went into the water, what if she would have turned the other way and went on the highway and struck and hit somebody else and killed somebody else? Then we would be looking at something really, really bad then, right? There was a lot of irresponsibility at that party. And her mother could use this as a positive way to help her friends because obviously her friend Sammy has not learned her lesson from this.
And
She's
we already
out
know.
partying again.
Yeah. And we already know there was a lot of alcohol and drugs at this party. That's already
Yes.
out there.
In my opinion, there's foul play. Let's not say let her rest in peace. Let's say justice for Kiely. That's what we say. Justice for Kiely.
We're truth seekers.
Exactly. And if there's other people in this car, then there's most likely foul play involved.
Yeah, because there could have been somebody driving this car that got out and the rest didn't. We don't even know the whole story, right?
And foul play doesn't mean nefarious necessarily. It could have been just an accident, and then possibly
they got scared.
Yeah, they got
no suspicion involved. Okay. Say like this: if Monkey Vaughn was found today, let's let the baby rest in peace. But do you think Brandy wouldn't be on here wanting to know who hurt that baby, wanting to fight every day to find out what happened to him? Right? She would.
Yeah.
And she would want our support. There's no difference in Summerwell's case than this case. The only difference is, just like with the Summerwell's case, they're trying to sweep it up under the rug, in my opinion, and act like that it wasn't foul play. It wasn't anything. I don't even know what they're saying about Summer's case anymore. I just fear Summer's case will go cold eventually.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. Yes, justice for Kiely. That's what I'm saying. Justice for Kiely.
And I do know that the dad and grandpa are very suspicious of this whole entire case, and they want to know what happened. So the mom might be, more on the accident side, but the grandpa and dad are not.
Well, the mom cared about those friends. And if you go back and watch the Scott Peterson case, when they first confronted Lacey's mom about Scott, she was like, absolutely not. He is not a suspect. He did not do this. Later on, she finds out the truth that he did. So she was a little blinded there for a moment too. You're talking about a woman that spent time with these kids, like especially Mags, and cared and probably were very close friends with their mothers and fathers. Everybody is different in their own way, and some people are naive. I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm just saying a lot of people are naive. So we smell a rat. The crime community smells a rat.
Right. And some
also, the family. Sorry. Also, the mom could be, because part of the grieving process is denial. It might be easier for her to look at this as an accident opposed to someone could have hurt her daughter. It might be easier for her to grieve that way.
Right. I don't think Mags had anything to do with it. No news on cake, RT. Hey, how you doing, RT?
Mags,
I don't think Mags had anything to do with hurting this baby, hurting Kiely.
No, she didn't.
The other one, I don't know, because she don't act like, but she could be very innocent. This could be more sinister than what we think. There could have been somebody that know that there was going to be a party there and had their eyes out for a young drunk girl, and Kiely just happened to be the one doing it. Do I think that Sammy is guilty of leaving her? Yes, in my opinion.
And giving an underage alcohol? Yes.
Do I think Sammy is concerned about it? No, Sammy's all about herself. But I don't know if Sammy is involved. She could be involved. But if there's more people in that car, I don't believe any of them kids is involved. I think this is more sinister than what we think. I don't think.
Do you know if Kate was at the party or not?
No. RT said she wasn't at the party. That's why he asked about news from come up, RT, about Kate. Because she wasn't. And the mother and the father are not on speaking terms. I seen that on another channel too today. That Kiely's mom and dad So maybe Kylie's dad is a little suspicious and Kate's not so much. I mean,
Lindsay.
Kylie's mom is not suspicious, but dad's not. The dad is. Does that make sense?
Well, the dad feels like something's wrong because of where she was in the car, which
Yeah.
is logical. I mean, I would want an explanation if it was my kid. I'd fight those people tooth and nail to find out what happened.
Right.
I
Right.
would, because I want justice. Wouldn't you want justice? I mean, why did they search for Brian Laundrie? Why were they doing all that? Because they wanted to know the truth.
RT said the dad is very oh, you mean the suspicious that something
Yeah.
happened to her?
Yes.
I think so too.
He's not suspicious as a person, though.
If there's other people in that car passed away, I'm not saying there is, but if that is other people, I really believe that there is something bigger. And I think Ryan made it too noisy and they had to get rid of it. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. I think possibly a trafficking thing. That's what I think. Because if you all have heard my mod before, Yanni up here talking about her experience of being human trafficked at 2 years old on up, she said if it gets too loud and too noisy, they're goners. They get rid of them, didn't she, Lady of Love?
Yep.
She said they try to keep it as discreet as possible. And
also they were older men and maybe even women at the party.
Right.
Yeah, there was a lot of saying that, right?
And there was young kids there, and that would have been a perfect opportunity for them to go and grab a child, and I don't even know if this is a stingray. They ain't gonna say a whole lot.
Do you remember the guy in
traffic involvement?
Do you remember the beanie, the guy in the beanie, and that with the people in the background and the They found a beanie in Kylie's car. That was one of the items they found, a black beanie.
Yeah, I have those two pictures.
And it reminds me of that image we seen at one point when we thought, was that you that shared that image that was a male?
Yes. I don't see anything but a man. So that's just what I'm sticking with right now.
And he looked like an adult. He didn't look like a teenager, and he was very tall.
Nope, he was older. Right. And he description of the missing person from Truckee.
Yeah.
The mother isn't selling the lodge. The grandfather is and has been trying to sell it since 2013. And why does a place with no Wi-Fi cell service have a helicopter pad on it? Oh, I don't know. But if
I do know the answer to that.
Go ahead.
That's Truckee is they're well known. That's a lodge, so people go up there and go skiing and stuff like that. So if they ever had a rescue,
for like the rich people and stuff.
Well, no, if they ever had an accident, somebody skiing, or somebody out on the trails, they could have somewhere to land.
Oh, okay.
This is a popular tourist town. This is not, this huge skiing resort area. So,
right. Let me see here.
Or it could be for rich people that fly in. I
want to show you guys something. I showed this a while back. But
yeah, they probably do use it for all kinds of things.
Sorry, guys. This is from 10 to Life, and this is before Kiely was found. And I've showed it before, where a person said they seen Kylie's car out near Arizona, near the Mexican border. And they even reported it to the police department. And oh wow, she gave $1,000 to AWP. That's nice of her. But nothing was ever said about it. Right here it is. I'm gonna bring it up. And they was even talking about the car and how the car, the tags, and how they were joking about trying to figure out what the tags was.
I just love that little dog. I love that little dog on. I don't know whose profile that is. Like
that's Ziggy V. That's little Ziggy. How cute! I love Ziggy. That's her baby. But here is where this is where it's at, and this was Circle K is where they said they saw the car with the tags. Was it about a week after? It was a few days after. Let me see what the date
The only
is.
thing with that is they would have picked up because she said it was the same tags, but they were using the card readers all across the United States. So they would have picked that up. The license plate readers would have picked that up first.
Encrypted. But she reported it to them.
Yeah, but the only way they would, be able to verify that, well, they'd be able to get away with it if they had different tags on the car, probably.
She said, I'm sending you the screenshots and receipts. I will email you again after I speak to the detective on the phone so I can let you know what he says. Just to reiterate, please do not share the screenshots names. And then here's where she said that they seen him. I'm trying to call him, but he doesn't answer yet. At the time, I didn't know it was her vehicle, so I didn't check who was driving. It was morning time. We were near the freeway, so I don't know if it was just leaving the Circle K to jump back on the freeway or if it just happened to be any vehicle. I wasn't really paying attention. My dad and I were making fun of the plate because the beginning is 8 years, so we were saying they 8-year what and making fun, trying to figure out what the 127 could mean. And right here is where they sent this to the sheriff's department. And here it is. It says, yesterday morning I was driving Circle K on Ellsworth and University. I have a habit of trying to make license plates make sense. I seen her plate number and noticed it was a CRV. Last night I was watching a YouTube video about Kiely for the first time and she mentioned the plate number and it was a CRV and I freaked out. I asked my dad, who was with me, if he remembered us talking about the plate number and he agreed it was the plate. I asked if he remembered what kind of vehicle and he said it was a CRV. I wished I'd have known about the case before seeing the vehicle and the plate number. So, is this why they had her on the alerts for what, the border alert? They had her on what, the international border alert? Because this was clearly down by the border. If you look.
If it's a Circle K, there's going to be cameras there.
Let's see if I can get that to go over.
I doubt it was her.
You don't think it was?
In my opinion, yeah. I don't think it was. They would have looked at footage and thoroughly investigated the lead or the tip.
Okay, I don't know. See, I just wonder why it was never brought up after that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. This whole case is weird, kind of like the Gabby Patino case.
And I just double checked that seatbelt. Yes, it's still in there, and yes, you can still see it. They didn't blur it out.
They didn't.
I'll try to look again.
You have to look at it. Let me find you the timestamp. I'll put it in back chat.
Oh, that'd be great.
What is this? Oh, that's where I sent that about her. She's being a brat.
Dog.
I've been arguing with another creator tonight, y'all.
About us?
No, not about y'all. Just because she's been hating on my channel over this. Like, this is not a crime community or what. I don't know what her deal is. I guess it's gossip and crime. Let's see. I'm trying to bring these pictures back up. But if you go back and watch, let's go back to Steve now. Let's talk about the Steve guy. The Steve guy. Huh?
The friend? Jagger's best friend?
The investigator.
Oh.
How he turns his whole thing upside down. He starts out saying that it's very conspiracy. Like, he thinks there's more going on with this case. And then it goes from there to now he thinks that it was just an accident. But I want to show you what he put up before. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah. Let's go back. Oh, this is where he says that he thinks it's just an accident. Yeah. So I have the ones he took down. where he says it was just an accident, and then now he's saying it's not, and that it's. He first said it wasn't an accident, and then now he's saying it isn't.
You're talking about the PI?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys want to see that?
and then he backpedaled on Zabs and said it's not that he thinks it was just Kiely an accident. He does think that something bad might have happened, tragic accident, and that these teens are scared and covering it up.
I think he backpedaled because he ID'd. He said Doug ID'd Jagger, and he was backpedaling on that.
Yeah, he changed the story a couple times, so I think it is just.
Go back on that.
And he doesn't have all the answers either.
I don't think he knows everything. I think
he doesn't.
Yeah.
And the grandpa and dad still want answers. They do think it's foul play.
Oh, it's so far back. I don't.
He was never hired by the family.
No, he was helping the dad and grandpa and got close to them. Apparently, he didn't do anything to get paid.
Right.
I was trying to see if I could scroll back up there, but it won't. It's making it difficult for me to find it. Every time
I just like he was fighting with everyone on Twitter, and I just don't think.
Yeah, because he backlashed on it. He said from the beginning that he thought it was suspicious. Even talked about what's her name being suspicious, and then he backlashed on it.
Yeah, he got a lot. He got a lot of hate from what he said online. And
well, I made a comment on one of his posts, and he just kind of went off on me, and I was like, I was questioning the car in neutral.
Yeah, he's done that to me a couple of times too. I think he's being really touchy because he's being attacked by so many people right now. Not even over this case, over other stuff too.
I told him that I talked to my husband, other guys that work on cars, and that if it's in drive, those wheels can turn freely backwards, not necessarily forwards.
Right.
All I was doing was pointing that out. And then,
I'd have to go way back to see what all he was saying.
And I was like, oh.
Exactly. But he started out saying different, didn't he, Lady of Love?
Yeah, he was thinking foul play.
I'll show you guys.
Foul play, and that came out of his mouth.
So
I did like his views from his what was that device? Can't even think of the name of it.
Let me see if I can
camera.
I wanted to go back that far. It won't let me do it.
My dog.
I almost wonder if there's stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't know about when it comes to all that. What does he know? What doesn't he know? I honestly don't think the mom knows anything at this point. She just wants to look at this like it was just some simple accident. It makes it easier for her to grieve that way, opposed to thinking, somebody hurt her.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she's protecting the teens too, because they're all young. They're all young and going off to college and all that good
I'm telling you right now, if there's more than one person in that car, I don't think the teens had anything to do with it. I think this is bigger than what we know.
It could be. It could be a lot of things. It could be, they hijacked Kiely in her car and it threw her in the back. I mean, there could be all kinds of things that could have happened.
Yeah. It could be a trafficking thing.
All involved can be in that car, right?
So if people are, I feel like if people are charged and it goes to court, I feel like the defenders are going to have a field day on the botched investigation and the stuff falling out of the car. I just feel like they're just going to put it back on the police for messing it up.
Say, I wished I could go back all the way to where he first said it. This is the part where he said different. This is Kiely in the backseat of the car.
Was that really her? Is that really her?
Yeah, but that's a different time. That's not her now.
Was that her at the party or a different
probably a different party. I don't think this is Kylie's first rodeo with the party. I really don't. I think that she's partied more than once.
Yeah.
I really do. Because she was too comfortable. See, I was trying to see if I could go back and find the ones where he talks about, because this one's the one where he says it's an accident, right? I want to see the ones where he says it's a murder. The laptop, other items in their custody. Credit for Check It TV. So him and Check It TV's buds now. I wanted to show you that.
The only reason I know that whole backstory between Check It TV and how he got. Do you know back when when he first started searching, he went and volunteered his time as a community member and a local to help look for Kiely before when she first went missing. But Steve was the only person when everybody else disappeared after that first week. Steve was the only one out there in that whole area, in that area down there. And they wouldn't give these searchers the exact coordinates to the actual party site. They kept telling them the campgrounds is where the party was, right? Nobody knew. They were kind of keeping that hush hush and close to the vest until people started going up there and figuring it out. And that's how the party site. So he had started following Steve. He started following Steve on Twitter after that. And then when he found that stuff, he got a hold of the family, trying to get a hold of the family, the police. Well, the police first, then the family, then the PI. And then he finally got a hold of Steve on Twitter, he sent him a message, and then Steve called him. And then Steve called the grandpa and got the grandpa down there to come see these items.
Well, I'm telling y'all right now, if those pictures were, if these kids, as this is not their first party, to have a setup like this, this is organized, honey. This is planned parties. They've got there's one party involved in
and
this.
That's apparently, that was apparently a party the week before or a week prior. So apparently there's a lot of parties up there.
Let's see. Butch Holly put, it was at the party. There was definitely a party. It got out of hand, to be honest. There was kids there as young as probably 13 and 14. I seen a few men and women, probably their 30s that I know of, were from the area.
We're not from the area. See,
Not
so
from the
even
area.
yeah, so even people. I mean, this could have been people from outside of the area, having something to do with this.
Right, and that's why I say, if there's more than one person in that car, not saying there is, this is all alleged, then I think it's bigger than what we think.
Yeah,
I really do, and I don't believe the kids were involved at all. I think this is more sinister than what we think. I do know personally, though, I didn't see Sammy with Kylie the entire night. It was as maybe once or twice I was around Sammy a lot because she wanted to do one of those play fights with girls who used to be mean to me. So I wanted to see.
and that's another thing. If they're a part of a fight club, that could be why they're being so hush hush about the party, not putting pictures out, because that can get all of them in a lot of trouble too. They would all go down for that.
So is this Kate up here?
That's that Kiely girl. The Kiely.
Oh, the Kiely girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that they were saying was Kiely, for a little while there.
Okay. So I live in Truckee. I went out looking for her Monday night. I met up with a close friend of the family, and she told me that Kylie was seen Saturday morning at Boca with a man at a local campground. What? I thought maybe she had her story wrong after Kylie was found, but now I'm not sure. Wow.
See, so that's another person that confirmed about what, that road assistant side, the road guy, roadside assistance guy said.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Then here's, hey, you don't know me, but I'm watching you on Dolly.
You don't want to read that.
Oh, okay.
This is what happens because I accidentally got doxxed, and they sent me this long email from Dolly's channel.
Where did this come from? Oh, here's the seatbelt, Shelly.
Yeah. I gave her the...
Yeah.
Shelly, are you still with me?
Yes, I'm here. I had to go to the bathroom.
Can you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
That's the seat. Where'd Ziggy V go? She skipped out on me. But right there's the seatbelt hanging out. Look, these scuff marks here, y'all. Where'd them come from?
Do you think someone was getting directions, whoever was in the car?
It's possible that car was pushed in back there.
Right here's the description of what happened that night from
the timeline.
The exact time everything happened.
What was your question, Shelly?
I was wondering if that seat, how the emergency roadside guy was saying that they were trying to ask how to buckle the seatbelt. Maybe it was the hatch one.
No, because if you watch that interview again, they show an actual picture of somebody snapping the seatbelt into the actual belt part. So I think that's why people are getting confused. But they did show that on the screen. I think that was just to clarify.
But I'm wondering, why would this female, unconfirmed Kiely, or why would they ask that? That doesn't make sense. But
oh shoot,
so many questions. Like I
boxing right. Sorry.
That's all right. I got nothing to hide. Some of those pictures, though, are me and your conversation. So
I know I need to be careful. Sorry. But yeah, she's really messed up, if you ask me. A lot of it is, and I mean, who's to say them pictures could be? I mean, I would like to ask AWP myself. Hey, do you know what this is? Can you give us a good explanation of what this is?
Well, hopefully they answer my email back.
Right.
Has he looked at it, or he's probably getting bombarded? They got foul.
I don't think you can tell on the email if somebody's read it or not. I don't know how to do that, if there is. But I sent it through the email, so.
But next time I get on somebody's panel.
You know what was an interesting interview was the one where Nick the Diver's on Duty ROM, so you could even play that and discuss it if you wanted.
Duty ROMs?
Yeah, because remember they were talking about the petechiae. They were talking about, that was a question he was asking
really
about.
Good because they had a medical examiner there to talk to.
Yes,
and he asked about how long it would take them to bloat. And I was wondering, because I still think that it's possible that she was strapped into that seatbelt in the very back. And that's why she was up top like that, not necessarily just floating.
That's possible. He also said that he identified her, so she was on her stomach and he saw her legs. That's
she was kind of hanging down.
Not from me, that's from Nick. He said he saw her legs. So the people that are saying that she's curled up, in that little window, that's not it.
No, and that the view is confusing because he's viewing at a slant, so he's not just seeing into the back, he's also seeing into the back seat area.
Let's wait till Nick gets up here, and
I still think there's a possibility there's somebody else in that back seat area as well.
Well, I took it when he asked that question about bloating and decomposition. I took it as maybe she was in there after, maybe she wasn't in there for 2 weeks. I don't know, because maybe she wasn't bloated.
Well, he didn't know.
I took it too that he was asking her very carefully. What I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up a bit till we get to the good parts. Okay.
And credit to Duty ROM.
Yeah, credit to Duty ROM. Nick here we go.
From the New York City Medical Examiner's Office.
Now, this is Barbara, the medical examiner.
Over time, we have an esteemed panel to try to get to some of these answers and give our audience a little bit of insight to the forensics and medical examiner's field. I wanted to, if it's okay with you, play the clip from you going down and diving on this body of water, if you don't mind. I know that you've probably seen this a few times, but I want the audience to take a peek at this, and I want Barbara to see it. So if you don't mind, Nick, I'm going to play that. I'll put it down below here. So we're going to play this, and then I'll ask you some questions.
This is absolutely a crime scene. It's an active investigation. Our job is to be here to find the where, which we have done. Now we need to assess it appropriately. Full assessment. Condition of the vehicle, windows up or down. Do not remove license plate.
I want to get to the part where they talk.
Okay. Through it, we're all family guys here and things of that nature. But when you first went down there, my first question to you is that you did spend quite a bit of time initially looking at that first window that you looked at. And then when you came around to the back, you swiped that back window. Did you see anything when you swiped that back window that would indicate to you that there was human remains inside there?
No. The reason I swiped the window was because there, as you can see in the video, there was some debris on it. And I didn't know if that was on the inside of the vehicle, the outside, and I was trying to see if I could to get a better look inside the window. And when I tried to swipe it, I couldn't see anything. That's why I worked my way around to that.
This is why we think he didn't catch
finally
it.
See good enough to confirm that she was inside the vehicle.
Yeah. And was that the first time you recovered human remains as a diver?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first time doing that. So obviously I knew what I was I knew what to expect, and my motto is kind of expect for the worst but hope for the best. And luckily it wasn't the way I saw her wasn't as bad as what it could have been. But I saw enough to confirm that there were remains inside the vehicle, and so once I confirmed that, I just did a quick basic assessment of the vehicle and then returned topside to.
See, he was looking. Once he found Kiely, he didn't look anymore. That's what I think. I really believe I agree with you, Lady of Love, that I think that he didn't see. I don't think he saw the hair hanging down. I don't know.
But they didn't show looking into the passenger window.
Yeah.
Right? Well, they didn't show that.
Well, they did the passenger, but they didn't show really good in depth of looking in the back seat. The back seat's the one thing that was
Give
shaded
my
out.
report to Doug and kind of explain what I'd seen there.
Ed, you have anything for him?
So, Nick, what was the water temperature? Seems to be some confusion about that.
Yeah, so I heard you guys talking about that while I was waiting backstage. So I grabbed my dive computer and pulled up the log for that particular dive. Now, granted, the water depth at the deepest part of that dive, I probably was only in, the bottom was about 14 feet. So I was probably only in 13 feet of water.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, my dive computer said 73 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Normally, that would mean maybe the top would be 75 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But computers can be, that's a plus or minus.
Plus or minus, yeah.
Fluctuation.
So I'm going to call it I would be comfortable to say around 75 degrees.
Now, what was the position of the vehicle? Again, there seems to be, I believe Doug told us that the front was facing the shore. Or no, the front was
Facing out
into the lake.
Well, and I've been asked this question a couple times now. Next time, like I said, that was my first time I didn't realize all the questions that would be asked that I probably should have taken better notes on while I was down there.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was more of the rear of the vehicle facing away from the shore, but I didn't use a compass to confirm that.
Okay.
The way I descended on it was straight from the buoy.
Right.
I didn't really pay attention to what direction my face was facing when I went underwater. As soon as I saw that it was a vehicle, I just started studying, where's the license plate? What position is it in? Is there somebody inside? That's really all I was focused on.
Now, did you note the condition of the body? Was the body bloated? Was the body in its normal state from photographs that you've seen of her?
Well, just without giving too much graphic detail, I didn't see her entire body.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw enough to confirm that it was in fact human remains,
mm-hmm.
and it was more of the legs and the feet area.
Mm-hmm.
And once I basically saw that and that there was actual skin, then I confirmed. Now, the position of her, I can tell you this, was there must have been some bloating starting because the feet were down and I couldn't see the rest of her because it was dark. The vehicle was upside down and she would have been up against the top of the vehicle, which would actually been the bottom of the vehicle because it was upside down.
So she would have been, her upper torso would be towards the floor of the cargo area and her feet were down by the roof.
Wow.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. And there's a lot of rumors or a lot of things going around on the internet about a seatbelt did you see a seatbelt that was protruding out of the back hatch?
I did not at the time. However, I just left another life.
See, that right there means they didn't catch things. There's things that they did not catch. That is something that they didn't catch was the seatbelt.
Stream from another channel, and they showed me that. I didn't notice that when I was diving. She showed me the screenshot basically of that video footage.
I saw that too. Yeah, I saw it. I saw that picture. But again, when you're down there, that's you're not looking at these little details. So
right.
Everybody has a chance, Nick, to look at the little details. And like each time I look at this this video that we just showed, I'm looking now that we see that there was a laptop recovered and things of that nature. And I'm looking inside there for that as well. And people have superimposed and enhanced that photo of your view inside where we see the charging cube and things.
Right.
There was a candy bar in there, Nick. Those are things that you're looking for human remains. That's what you're looking for, and I kind of get your mindset. And you had a mission, and you were on that mission, and you went down there to accomplish it. I think what you did was nothing short of amazing. And again, as a retired NYPD detective, I say I salute you and the team. This was a teamwork. This wasn't the Nick Rin show. Although you went down there and you made the discovery and the recovery. It was a team effort. You guys go out there and you pound that pavement, and you're doing God's work. So thank you for that. Barbara, do you have anything for Nick?
No, just a thank you for the work you do. I mean, you guys are terrific, and I'm sorry you had to see that on your. It's a terrible thing.
I mean, it's obviously you know what you're getting yourself into on a deal like that, and I try to stay focused on the positive outcome of that to bring answers to families, and then I also, it's better that I can bear that burden so somebody else doesn't have to. So I stay positive, and that's what I do.
Now I can talk as a crime scene investigator, and I know I can speak for Barbara as a death investigator. You're always going to remember your first body, okay, the first scene that you worked. Sure, this is going to be with you, okay. Yep. And when you came up, you seemed a bit emotional about what you find. Are you okay? Did you talk it out?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, and thank you for asking. I've had a lot of people reach out to me because of how emotional I was, and obviously seeing a body underwater for the first time is a little bit shocking. It wasn't as bad because I mentally prepared myself for it. But a lot of those emotions that you're seeing there were just the
folks who positively engage in
what
this
did I just
community
do?
here. Crime Time with Duty Ron. You guys.
Sorry, guys.
See, I think he didn't see. I don't think he's seen the other.
I don't think he's seen either
people in there.
I think he was really nervous about it. It was a high-profile case, and I don't think he's seen it.
And this was his first dive, his first find like that alone. And this was a fresh case. It's not a cold case of somebody being in the water for a long time either.
Right.
There was a lot of stuff in there too.
Yeah, and he says in this interview how hard it is to see through those windows. He says that in here too.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
I think this one with this interview with Duty Ron, I think is the best informative because they do have those other doctors and stuff on there and the other detective, that talks about crime scenes and stuff. So they were able to get a lot more out of Nick than other
dehydrated hair.
You even think, Lady of Love, that you even think that maybe Duty Ron might have.
Yeah, because they went through this imaging and seen a candy bar in the car, which I have not been able to find yet. So if he's seen that, he's seen much more, and I think that's why he keeps questioning Nick right here, because he asked him about him spending so much time in that front window.
What
and
I
Nick
don't understand
talks about that on here too.
Why they're so adamant? What I don't understand is why they're so adamant about it being a foul play. That really stands out to me, that they're really, really adamant about it being foul play. You know what I mean?
Duty Ron?
AWP.
AWP.
Oh, yeah. And they know, they have other stuff that they haven't told everybody. So
AWP, they're real. They're really going out there to think that this is more than just,
Yeah, because he even said that
an accident
on his September 9th interview. Doug said they would have never put that in the interview unless they didn't think it. So,
right.
He said for us to put that in an interview means something.
Right.
Or as a title.
Absolutely. Let's see.
And we can only view 10% of it.
Hang on. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he did say that 10%. We only seen 10% of it. Fascinating. But I do think this is by far one of the best interviews with AWP because he did Doug first, and then he did, the next one he did Nick. So, but they're questioning with Nick about that front window makes me think that they also seen other stuff and they're just not saying it.
So the rear passenger window, there was no footage on that.
Nope, they wouldn't show that part. And plus, because they blurred out in that other footage, I'm wondering if there's something else back in that back too, and that's why they didn't show.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking that last night when I watched it again.
Oh, thank you, Ziggy B. Thank you. I'll be back, Miss B. Ziggy wants his ice cream. He was crying. Okay, thank you, Miss Ziggy B. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you.
Her pup is so cute.
I do want to say something about Music City Mom. If you're trolling, I seen you over. People sending me chats of you trying to attack my channel over there in that other trash yard. I'm just gonna call it trash yard. Just know that I'm collecting you and Robin B's. People sending me you and Robin B's comments and your threats. So don't come at me and send me stuff that you're going to do this to me when you all are over there attacking me and making threats towards my channel. And they are. And if they keep it up, I'm going to show them. Because that channel's doing a live right now. I bash live on me right now. I'm not mentioning their names, but
I don't know why someone would be bashing you.
they don't have content. That's what it is. They bash when they don't have content. Whenever my channel starts to pick up and do really good, I always get somebody that trolls and does that. With Rose Bly, there was a whole bunch of creators that come after me and attacked me.
I'm jealous.
And people shouldn't get upset. People shouldn't be getting upset with us coming out here and saying, this is what we're seeing. You know, you guys go look and make up your own minds about it. We're not going out here and
doing this since I got rid of Robin B.
Yeah. But we're not coming out here and saying
over Robin B. That's what she's been doing it for.
We're not coming out here and saying this is 100%, right? Because
law enforcement about what none of them
and AWP can take a better look at their footage and figure it out.
Yeah, it's a free use video, so we're just looking at it.
Not Chroma. That obviously is a Chroma channel. Here we go. Let's play some more of this, y'all.
Credit to.
Yeah, I really like what this medical examiner lady says. She's really smart.
Yes, she is.
They're all really informative.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you were looking in the open section of the vehicle, we don't know if that window was broken out or whatever the case may be. Did you at any time see any type of laptop or any type of device, a phone, anything of significance that you would, recall seeing in that part?
No, I did see a charger. I don't know if it was a phone charger. I don't know if you could see that on the video. I basically could see pretty much the same thing as the video footage. There wasn't much different. Again, I learned a couple things from my first one. Next time I'll take the lights that we have on our full face masks.
So he could see what the video footage was. So he didn't get to see everything, did he?
No, and he's going to tell you right here how hard it is.
Excellent. They're awesome, but they're not like a spotlight that you can hold in your hand to really get a visual on stuff.
Right.
When you're, especially in a vehicle, now it's shady, so it's darker. The visibility is only 5 to 6 feet, and the element of your peripherals are gone, so you have a very narrow window of what you can see. So I was only looking to accomplish, is it the vehicle? Is she inside? Everything else after that was like, I'm not a licensed investigator. I find the where, we hand that over to the authorities to figure out the why. So nothing out of the ordinary stood out that I could see that you guys can't see in the video.
I wanted to offer to you, Nick, because we have, quite an experienced panel here. Do you have any questions that you might want to ask, say, Barbara from the medical examiner side on any kind of knowledge for future recoveries or anything that might be sticking in your mind as a question, or anything crime scene related for Ed that you could think of off the top of your head? Because I think it's not fair that we always just keep asking you questions.
Sure. I got a couple questions that I can ask that I've thought about. And this one would go to Barbara, maybe as a medical examiner. Is there a specific time period that a person would be underwater before the gases or whatever in their system would create them to bloat and become buoyant?
That's a good question, Nick. And when a person drowns and when a body is dumped in the water and it's cold, they sink. When the water is warm, like in New York in the springtime, we suddenly begin to find bodies in the rivers because the bacteria that have been dormant in the cold, when they are warmed up, they begin their bacterial decomposition actions, which produces gases and bloating. And as soon as you said that she was floating with her back up this way and limbs hanging down, that made sense to me that she has undergone a good deal of decomposition. The body would float even if she was in the driver's seat. The gases in the abdomen are going to make that body try to float to the surface. It can't because the car is there.
Sure.
So now she's going to be in the upside down car with limbs hanging. So the decomposition would be fairly advanced after 2 weeks in warm water.
Okay. And 75-degree water would be considered somewhat warm?
That's warm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's warm.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
So
or strapped in there. Or strapped in.
Huh?
I said, or she's either floated to the top, or like Lady of Love says, she's strapped up
Yeah,
there.
I myself think she was strapped, and I think that's why you would see. And I also think, it's possible because it's just how many weeks out when she was found. So it's possible too that some were sinking and some were, if there's more people, some sank or some were floating, or they could have been strapped in, which would make them upside down.
And that's why he asked that. I feel like that's why he asked that.
Yeah,
reading between the lines.
I think Duty Ron and them at this point have seen, because he said that they're going over that footage and seeing a candy bar. So that tells you how clear shots they're getting.
But don't you think Doug and Nick have seen every part of this footage?
No, I think if they did see somebody in that back, and maybe that's why they blurred out that back seat area, and maybe that they didn't even show the footage from the other window. It's possible that he didn't even look through the other window, but he did go back through the to the other side window. So I don't know. I honestly don't think they know. At least didn't know at this point. And I'm curious to see what they'll say in the email.
If they do know, maybe they were advised to only say what they saw at that particular time.
Well, I think them because they always blur stuff out, and I think if they knew that, they would have went back and blurred it out, because it is somebody's family member or whoever it is.
Yeah. So after I took that picture, that whole white image that I see a face is now blurred out in a blob.
Are you sure it's just not the angle? Because I know it's so hard. Even for me, I had to go back and write my timestamps down. Now I can go right back to those spots, because it's so hard. All he has to do is, because he's using that light to, he's moving that light around and doing different angles. So that's why sometimes you can see it clearer than the other times. Every time he moves his head, it lights up a certain area and you can see it better. So it just takes a quick second for that to disappear.
The blob doesn't move at all.
No, I mean, you know what I mean? When he's moving his headlamp back and forth, the light moves. His light.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the stay. Yeah, you can tell what stays and what doesn't stay. Whatever moves is probably sediment in the water, and then seeing the algae on the glass too. So I could see one point a reflection of his face mask in the window. Mm-hmm. So I was able to rule that out as being just his reflection.
Yeah, it can't be a face. I saw the outline of his face.
Yeah, what you're seeing is the exact same thing I was seeing down there too. Just different view on my 4K.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big screen on my laptop. It's 19 inches, so yeah.
Well, according to the weeks that it has been, it's going to be 4 weeks pretty soon.
I wonder if Daisy knows she's muted. Daisy, do you know you're muted? She might be busy doing something. But in this interview, it's very fascinating, because they're questioning, but even their questions make me think that they know there was something in there, and that's why he was asking them about how long he was, the amount of time he spent in the front compared to the rest of the car was a lot more, right? Even though when you're playing, it goes by really fast. But
and then why would Duty Ron bring up the eyes being bloodshot or whatever that condition is?
Yeah. Like, they were asking interesting questions.
Sorry, yes.
That's why I was wondering if they know, Duty Ron and them maybe seen in their own, viewing this footage and getting more out of it. Because he talked about clearing up images and stuff.
Right. Well, we didn't edit them, as what people are going around and saying.
Nope.
That we're editing the pictures, and now they're saying
straight
that
from AWP footage.
Terminology. Huh?
I said straight from AWP footage.
Yep. That Constance is a big troublemaker. That Constance, I don't know why I ever let her up here. Everybody wanted me to kick her off when she was up here attacking people before, and I was respectful. But you can't play with the devil, and if you play with the devil and try to be friends with the devil, you're going to get bitten. And that Constance is over there bashing too. So
don't give him no attention.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying they can say what they want. I don't really care. Keep my name out of your mouth. I don't know anything about you or your crappy channel. So
they're spreading that we edited images when we didn't edit anything.
Of course they are.
The only thing that I did do was write on the screen and point things out to show you in the background, and we shared those because people in the chat couldn't see. So you shared those images, but none of that was edited footage.
It's made up lies just to attack my channel. That's all it is. And the ones who are spreading it is the ones that are all about Robin B and Music City Mom, and all of them are mad. Jinky's little bunches over there, they're all brats. And every time that I come out with something that is useful or something, they have something to say. You know what, Tennessee Blonde? You're such a troublemaker. Why are you even coming in here? You're nothing but a troll. That's all you are. How did she get in here? She's nothing but a troll.
They're just trying
to obsessed with me.
Yeah, they're trying to trigger you in the comments.
She's had like
they want to trigger you into
being obsessed.
Yeah, they're just trying to trigger
you. I don't really care what trash like you think, or the trash park over there. I don't care. Really, I don't. And Constance, nobody likes you, so I don't know why I didn't have you blocked a long time ago, sister. I guess just because I didn't want to be mean, you know. If you look at the side of Kylie's car, you'll see seaweed. That's not hair. I don't think that it's not sea.
No, I know what they're talking about. There was a piece of grass that came in view, but that's not what we're seeing on the other side. That is hair. And I have more clearer image that I'm not putting out on the internet. People need to go look at the footage and find it themselves.
Right. Just bash people are.
And I mean, like,
I don't go to other creators' channels. I do not go to other creators' channels and dictate anything they say or do. I might not agree with what they do, but I never come at them and attack them. And I would never do that to this lady either. In fact, I forgave her for attacking my channel before. And then, of course, they're going to go back and do it because they don't have content. So they want it. And they've got all the chroma people on their channel, on their panel right now, bashing me. So it's a bash fest, but I don't really care.
You know, because they do that because
my content down.
That drama brings views. That's why a lot of them do that.
Yeah.
Yes. They just want to get a reaction out of you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that Music City Mom's in there, agging it on her and Robin B. Both of them are agging it on. But I don't really care. I just hope that another creator don't get involved because she's trying to get another creator involved, and I really like that person. So I hope that he don't join that bandwagon either. But who knows? He might. Yeah, they do. Lucky Charms. They do. They tell me I've changed. No, I've not changed. I'm telling you guys, I'm growing my channel. I want to talk about true crime. And if we find something that is not right, we're going to talk about it over here. Whether other creators have tantrums, throw their fit, or whatever. I don't care. Let them throw their fit. We love you, Daisy. Remember, slander and liability makes a great federal court case holding people accountable for false comments and attacking your character. I really, there's nothing they could really do to me, to be honest with you. Honestly, I don't care either way. Well, we did see the back fingernails all in a row with the hand. Can you please show that? You want me to show that again?
I hate that on the chalkboard. Oof. Nails on the chalkboard.
Oh, I deleted that Tennessee Blonde off my comments. This has been going on for months for her. She's got some sort of obsession with daisy cows. I'm gonna put her on the farm and have her pick scooping up manure off my farm. Because she's got an obsession with daisy cow over here. So, listen, there's a lot bigger other channels to go after than old cow over here. And old Constance, she's a nothing but a troublemaker, no way. That's all she's ever been, is a troublemaker.
You guys think the toxicology will come back with anything? Or will it be not conclusive?
Let me show that, okay? Let me bring that up about the finger. They're wanting to see the one with the fingers. So
oh yeah, fingers. The picture?
Well, the guy that has the fingers, the one that Lady of Love sent me that was real close up.
Well, that's just a picture of my screen. Don't let people think I edited because I didn't. They will run with that. It's
I
just
don't care what
it's
they
just me
run
putting my
with.
phone up to my screen and taking a picture.
I really don't care what they run with. They can dox me. Listen, done been doxed. Been there, done that. Don't care. There's nothing you can
too.
find out about boring Daisy Cow that you ain't gonna find out already. That people don't already know. Yeah, she lives on a farm. Yeah, she wasn't. They're over there saying I don't even know how to regular medical terminology. Let me tell you something. I've saved a many of a life in my time. A many of a life. So I know who I am. So there you go. I don't need your approval. Let's see. I'm trying to find it.
They're trying to disrupt your life, so don't even let them do it.
You know, I never expected that from that person, though. I didn't think she was as chroma, but I guess she is a chroma channel. Let me see if I can find it.
For it.
Huh?
That's a good term for it. Chroma.
That's what I told her. She was a chroma channel. That's
Yep.
exactly what she is. A chroma channel.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking for a picture?
Yeah, I'm looking for that picture Lady of Love had of the fingers. Do you know where it's at? Lady of Love, it's the one that they sent me.
Yeah, that should be the one I sent with that other
email. You sent it on an email and I can't find it now.
Oh, was it email?
Yeah,
I'll resend it. I'll resend it.
Okay, that way. Thank you so much.
Is it the one of her phone on her picture on her phone?
No, it's the one with the fingers that they said they could see real clear.
It's one I took a picture of my laptop with my phone, but I sent it to her email so she can zoom in for everybody.
Is this the one, like the one with the face, the fingers?
It's not it. I'll send it to you. Oh, yes, that is it. That is it.
Yeah, and I can make it bigger.
I'm going to zoom in on that.
Zoom in on that.
And this is what upset people, apparently. But it's not. It's just a picture of the screen.
They're over there even trying to say it's Kiely.
It's not Kiely. She's in the
They're
very
even over there
back.
trying to say it's Kiely.
How is it in the front seat? They don't even know what view this is because they don't know anything. This is the front window. Like she said over and over, that's the front window. Or wait, yeah, it's the front driver's side window. Kiely was not there.
On a row. Look at this. Finger. That's my opinion. Face, forehead, nose, mouth.
Yeah, that's his fingers.
It could be just an image, but I don't know, you all. I wonder how these people are going to act when it comes out and they say, oh, it is what it is. That is it. And if the police come out and say, hey, there was more than one person in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Daisy Cow, they'll have something else to say about it. Daisy Cow showed them in the car dead. That's what they'll say.
Show the picture of the guy, you can clearly tell that is an older man.
Mm-hmm.
So it can definitely not be Kiely. So we're not looking at the back. We don't have any pictures of the back.
Person.
Well, it looks like a man. We can't even tell, I can't even tell because a man can have long hair or a woman can have short hair. So
it's so hard to determine. Them does look like fingers.
Yeah, the picture you showed kind of looked like facial hair.
In my opinion.
If you show that one and the trolls come in, then they just might see him.
Well, I got it on subscribers only. They're not saying that it's not somebody. They're just saying that it's awful that I'm showing this. That's what they're saying.
What?
They're saying that I shouldn't be showing this.
That we're showing images we shouldn't be showing, but this is AWP footage. This is not edits. This is nothing. The only thing I did edit was to put the arrows on here for Daisy so she can see it.
Exactly.
We don't even know if it's a person or not 100%. So why can't we just examine it? Look at it.
Of course.
And we had trigger warnings out. people don't want to, if anybody's squeamish, they don't have to watch.
They don't have to watch. I wouldn't go over that channel and say, if she put this out, I wouldn't. Or if she put something that offended me really bad, I still wouldn't go over there and say anything because that's her content. That's her channel, and I respect people's content and their channel. And I wouldn't do that. But of course, this is the second time she's grabbed my content and critiqued it, her and a bunch of others. But, you know, one was horrifically attacking little hello Vonnie, little Michael Vaughn's family, um and he her daughter, Brandy's daughter, come across his video and started crying hysterically, and I told him that, and he didn't care. He didn't care.
Sherry says,
But that's only after he critiqued my content.
Sherry told me to tell you she loves you.
I love you, Sherry.
We all love you, Sherry.
Where is she?
Huh?
Where is she?
She's in the
She's in the
comments.
chat somewhere.
Sherry?
And anybody that's just joining me about Robin B, the one that had the daughter that's murdered, I've showed her high respect. I've let her have my platform. I've done probably about 3 or 4 shows on her daughter. She got mad at me because I wouldn't put her GoFundMe out in my chat. And she started messing with my niece who was hit by a car and is in a coma. And she started getting into that situation, telling everybody she was brain dead, talking to the boyfriend, da 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 da. And when she got involved in that situation, it was too much. And that's why I won't let her back on my panel. And ever since then, her and her posse's been attacking me. Like she even said on my sister's channel last night that she wanted to come back on my panel, but I blocked her. No, I'm not. After you did what you did, I'm not letting you come back on my panel.
People are asking about the words on the screen. That's that I put up there, man with a hat, and I put a question mark because to me it looked like that, but that could be
20 acres.
That is pareidolia probably because
Thank you.
that didn't stay when
I agree.
when I pressed play. That image disappeared. So I think that's pareidolia right there.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't. Could
I
be just
love her.
something that's in the car, like an object.
Amanda hasn't changed any, you guys, yet. Until we can get her closer to us and get her where she's around family, I think that's when she'll start doing better. But right now, she's there.
She's still got a lot of healing to do.
Hundreds of miles away from all of us. Yeah, fried green tomatoes, she is. You've been telling me from the beginning that she was trouble. I wouldn't listen to you. I should have listened to you.
Mm-hmm.
Fried green tomato is my oldest mod. She's been with me from the beginning. So she's seen all my ups and downs. And she tried to tell me, and I never would listen through all this. And now, but
and pareidolia is where you see faces that may not be there.
Yeah.
And it's very possible, that a lot of this could be pareidolia. But the person hanging it, I see in the open window, that hair, I can see it from the open window too. So I do not think that's pareidolia.
Exactly. We seen that kitty cat too. I think after the fingers, it sinks in and a subconscious is trying to block it out. Fight or flight survival parasympathetic reaction.
Trying to make it turn it into something cute, a cute cat.
You have been Texas Brat. Thank you for everyone who has stayed with me and been faithful to me. I love every one of you guys. Even if you don't agree, it's okay to tell me that you're upset about it. Like one of my the reason why I took down the Rose Bly video was because one of my subscribers asked me to do it, and I did it out of respect for them, but not because anybody else told me to do it. And I sure as hell ain't gonna let a YouTuber tell me that take it down. No, I'm not. And you better not be over there on another channel bashing me either. And because if that happens, then all H is going to break loose. Misty, I have been with you from the beginning. You have Ziggy V, all you guys have. And Miss Diana has. Yep. Oh, yeah. I love you guys, every one of you guys. Everybody that supports my channels. The ones that leaves is the ones that they're probably going to end up leaving anyway. They're not going to stay with me anyway. But take it as it is. This could or could not be a person, but it looks just like one to me. But we could be wrong. Huh?
I said we could be wrong or right. We're just
exactly
looking at it.
Yeah.
We're not calling people horrible names.
I love each and every one of you all. And listen, if that other person that's bashing me, the other creator, was to be attacked horribly and I thought it was wrong, I would take her side. I wouldn't let nobody, just like I did with Don B, I wouldn't let anybody do that. I don't agree with the bullying creators, no matter what. I don't like it. I support other creators and I expect them to do me. Like it's like me and Cam, we have totally different opinions on the Summer Wells case, but Cam can come up here and have a civil conversation and we get a lot of information and talk about it and get along. Just because I think that the parents are involved, but Cam thinks it's an abduction, we can get together with our content and make it, talk about it and stuff. There's no way I would just go on the attack on some other creator.
Well, some people can't have adult conversations,
Right. Cindy, I know Don B. That's why we had Don B up here the other day, because I left a message on his thing that we loved him over here and he was still a big part of our channel. And I am not going to ditch Don B for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because he's never done anything to hurt me. And I cannot believe Candace is going after him, but so many of these other ones have just like really come at her, like stalked her house and everything, and she, she comes at Dawn. I don't know. I just think it's because Dawn lives close to her and she can do it. That's what I think, because they live in the same town now, allegedly.
I think some people live for the drama. They, get a rise out of it.
Well, if you don't have content, I guess that's the only thing you can get content with. That's the only thing I can think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why else would you want to attack another channel? Unless you just don't have content.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why crime community is so bad versus other communities, because, like, I'm thinking about starting my own other channel up, just farm. What are they going to do? Well, I'm sure there'll be some negativity on that too, but not nothing like this stuff. Gosh. I'm going to bring up some more pictures here. I wanted to find that what the SF guy said before all this.
You want me to go back through my tweets real quick?
Yeah, can you bring them up? Because I want to show him what he had to say about all this. And then he changed his mind.
Yeah, let me find them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was all about this before, and now, oh, here it is. I found it. Let me bring it up. So this is the FS guy, the investigator, when he first came out, and his first opinion about everything was. Okay, it says, further, was you saying something? Further, they did not have contact information getting the statement from Sally. If AWP would like to prove contact info, I don't know what that is. This is shocking to watch people viciously attack the family of a 16-year-old deceased. Oh, I don't know about that one. Let's see. Maybe that's not it.
Really harsh comments.
Yeah. Okay. Kiely Rodni's grandfather and aunt asked me as a friend to release the attached statement. Please understand being careful to AWP for grateful to AWP for finding Kiely is to separate from the pain cause of false. That must. Where did that go? Hang on.
Well, honestly, they wouldn't have their daughter without YouTube and AWP. Honestly,
they wouldn't. She'd still be this. Okay, and this is what he put here. Now, this is when he was suspicious, y'all. Get this, because he used to be suspicious. And if you've been in this channel, you know he used to be suspicious. This is what he said. I'm told 75 kids did show up for those teen-to-teen meetings. Although Sammy should not have diverted those leads to herself and made promises, I think she was outsmarted. I won't say more than that until investigation is complete. Then I will tell a story. So this is all where he was suspicious.
Yeah, and he was
About these
suspicious about
kids.
Sammy, saying that they were close friends and all that.
Yeah, supporting foul play, even even in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, here's he put, I'm confirmed that Kiely was familiar with Prosser. It was not her first party there. So he's confirming it, that wasn't her first.
She wouldn't have been in there. Yep.
Right. She was also a very experienced driver, back roads and off roads. She had been driving Coldstream and the train tunnels before she got her license. Private gated road. No
That's
snow.
where they, yeah, that's where they live. So she's used to driving on off-roading where usually off-road vehicles are. She's just used to it. So that's what he's saying there.
And I infer from that statement is that she would have not driven herself into that water.
Right.
That's what I inferred from that.
Yeah. Oh, this is another one, Daisy. He erased this off his, you cannot find this anymore. This is what he shows he thought was tracks going down or possibly the water line.
Look at his words. He says crime scene. And then there were a lot of comments under there about crime. What crime?
Yeah.
Exactly, because he's saying it's an accident now.
Well, he said a crime scene right there. So,
is there any? We got more, don't we? This is boots on the ground here.
Well, his drone footage was.
Yeah, you had another set. Before that set should have been another set.
Shoot. Can you send me the other set? You think maybe?
Let me try. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe possibly. But he thought it was a crime. I mean, he thought it was like a crime scene at first, and then he changed it. He changed it from a crime scene to something else.
Yeah, he flipped it real quick. Recently.
Yeah. Yep, he did. You don't like that person. Where is Sherry? But Lady of Love's gonna send them to me because we're gonna show you guys where he flipped the script. He flipped the script.
He did.
He did. He went from it being suspicious to okay, it's not suspicious. It's just an accident. We need to respect the family. Da 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 da. We don't see the daddy coming out and saying that though. I'm sure the daddy is not wanting to give up on this, but who knows?
Well, didn't the grandfather tell him not to have contact with them anymore?
I don't know. Did he? Did you hear that?
It's a rumor, but I read a statement. I don't know if it was from the grandfather or not.
Oh, I don't know, but we're going to show it where he deleted those. These are deleted messages that he had posted. So
I think I'm going to have to send you all of them again.
You don't care to?
No, I said I think I'm going to have to just send them all again because I can't find the set that I sent you.
Well, they're way up there, and it's hard to get them because of the way a Mac works anyway, it does.
Yep, let me just resend them real quick.
Right, Sleuthy. I agree with you on that one. He does. He's like totally turned around, blaming it on AWP, allegedly. That's how I take it.
Is that Sleuthy?
So Sleuthy Goosey.
Yeah, is that Nicole? She should come up here. I've never talked to her. I follow her on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that made that really good timeline.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's awesome. She's going to bring them up so everybody can see them. Everybody can see what's what. I heard that about Grandpa too, but I can't confirm it.
Yeah, I can't confirm. I read it and I didn't know the source. I don't know if it was from the grandfather or not.
Right. Y'all, I think I got a fever. I'm getting sick again. I stay sick.
Okay, I just sent them all back to you again. The 2 different
Okay.
groups.
All right, guys, we'll bring it up. Let you guys see them. This is what he said before.
Yeah, because he removed all of his tweets about the information he was sharing on Kiely from her family and stuff. They were all removed.
Okay. This one says, is this back when? Is this the one back when? He
Yeah,
said,
these
no,
are the ones.
no. In fact, when we saw the video they shot, didn't show what gear the vehicle was in. We asked about going back down. Doug from AWP said we only find vehicles. Everything from there is out of investigation and we don't touch anything. Keep in mind, this is not a cold case. And then this person asked a question and he said, I too think likely be foul play involved from what I've seen. I know most do not want that to be the case. I don't want that to be the case, but not everything adds up. And there are a couple huge things outside of Prosser being investigated. It's going to take time. Did you hear that?
See, and he's talking about the tow truck guy, and he's not gonna. Now he's coming out and saying that's fake, but he already
Exactly.
corroborated
he
it
said
right
it
there.
was real, and then now he says it's fake.
Yeah. And here it is. I cannot give details, but I can assure you all the windows were not up when it was found. It's safe to assume at least one window was down before the car was touched underwater. That's all I can say. So he's hinting stuff there. And then he put, so a couple things on this. Where the parking is marked, it's super soft mud. If you walk out there, you go up to your knees in mud. Also, the walk. Go
and
ahead.
that's because a lot of people were thinking that they all parked down on the beach and walked up to the party, but that's too far to walk. So if they did that, they would have had to ride in other cars. But also, he's saying it's too muddy down there to park. But there was actually, I can verify because I was there, that there was plenty of room for people to park on this beach area still.
Exactly.
The mud.
Right. And then he said, also the walk from anywhere down in that area of the peninsula would be a nightmare because it's uphill, long, and prickly bushes attached. And then that's the one he says where Sammy messed up. I showed you guys that one a while ago. And then he put, I cannot give details, but I can assure you all the windows were not up. I read that one. And then he put, AWP was never in the crime scene. They were told to move their equipment out and they were not allowed back inside. They went across the lake. It was only law enforcement inside the yellow tape, besides the grandfather and myself. Ellie divers rolled the car and did video. No bags used. What does that mean? No bag used.
No airbags deployed.
Well, no, they didn't. They didn't use bags to flip the car.
Oh yeah, they didn't. So sometimes they have to, if they leave it upside down because they don't want to disturb the contents, I put those inflatables underneath, and then it kind of the car rises on its own. Yep.
So they probably used air tanks to flip it, or they used chains to flip it.
Right. And then SF Investigate says, again, AWP was not even allowed to enter the water once Ellie arrived. They didn't do any of that. A female and a male diver from Pacer County went in the water and did a full video. Then it went from there. And here's where he says he thinks it's foul play again.
Mm-hmm.
I too think there's likely could be foul play involved from what I've seen. I know most do not want to be the case. I do not want it to be the case, but not everything adds up. And there's a couple huge things outside of Prosper being investigated going to take time. And then he said, that's fine. I have many questions. So does the family. So he's saying the family has questions.
The dad and grandpa are very much thinking it's foul play and not an accident.
But why is he now saying that it was an accident?
Well, he said that, and then he went on Tab Girls and kind of changed his tune and said that he just thinks it was an accident, meaning something happened at the party and the teens got scared and tried to cover it up. that kind of accident. Like they didn't purposely do it, but they covered it up, which would still make them guilty.
But still, that's the same thing we're all saying.
Yeah.
But look at this next line. Look at the next line. Things don't add up.
Yeah.
You know why he changed his tune? Because people were saying, how do you get information from law enforcement? You're not privy to that information. So
Right.
that's when he kind of changed his tune. Because, you know, if there is somebody in law enforcement giving this guy information, they should not be. He's a PI. He's not law enforcement.
Right.
And if you're a real PI, you shouldn't be disclosing anything to the public. You should not even be known to the public.
Right.
I mean,
that account was
well, he's saying
back.
He does say that he's disclosing because he wasn't retained by the family. You know, he said he did this at the kindness of his heart. We don't know because we haven't spoke to the family, you know, if they paid him or not. So all we have is what he says.
He said that's fine to have. Okay, then he says that's now where in their SM post, I have all 5 edits they did. Who's SM?
Social media.
Oh, okay. And then he says, no, in fact, when we saw the video they shot didn't show the gear, what gear the vehicle was in. What asked about going back down, Doug from AWP said, we only find the vehicles, everything from there's investigation, and we do not touch anything. Keep in mind, this is not a cold case, okay? And here he goes. I don't know if I agree. Mags, Kiely, and Mags' mom had just arrived back from vacation in Mexico, and from what I understand, it went really well. I doubt Mags is involved, if anyone else. And he openly admitted on panel that Kiely met a guy in
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yep, and within 3 hours they had him interviewed. They found him within 3 hours and talked to him, according to what this guy said. I agree with you that Sammy and Kiely were not very close. Mags and Kiely were close, though. In fact, they had been on vacation together less than 2 weeks before Kiely went missing.
So why is Sammy telling everybody they were close? They were together the entire time at the party. And you know, that's what makes her look guilty, is because of those statements she's made.
Right. Hello, Morbid. Hello.
She is not being honest about something.
No, or helping cover up.
She's on her little
guilty knowledge even.
I mean, she don't even act like that. Her friend being, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
No,
everybody
and she's out.
Grieves differently than.
And after a week after they found Kiely, she was out there drinking and putting it on social media.
Right.
And it looked like in the background it could have been Boca, or it could have been, but she was at one of the reservoirs, or even at Donner Lake, and
I'll
drinking.
Be right back, y'all. I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay.
How is that any of that teaching these teens that drinking is, you know, being irresponsible like that? I mean, I think it was very insensitive of her to put that up so close to the time of them finding her.
Yeah, I think that was insensitive. And then come to find out, I think that was the night that Jagger got a DUI, right?
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, they were together. Him and Sammy were together that night. So there you go. Well, he got a DUI was just a few days after she was found, correct?
Yeah, 2 days. So I think it was
the 24th, I think it said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that statement supposedly by the grandfather. I can't seem to find it.
That was an act. If you notice, that beer wasn't even open. It doesn't matter if it was open or not. It was the point.
My honest opinion about this guy is that he just.
And I guarantee you, they were drinking. What?
I feel like SF. I feel like he targets. He picks a target. Like he targeted the kids, and then.
Well, you know, I think.
At AWP, and then it was targeting the police.
He's targeting a lot of people right now, and I think it's because people are attacking him, so now he's going after everybody. I actually was, you know, he hasn't even shared anything on the Kiely case because I've been following him closely just to get little tidbits of information. But yeah, he's not said much about the case at all now, and he erased all that stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, got screenshots of what he's been saying lately.
Well, the whole thing is people are just expressing their opinions, kind of being devil's advocate or, saying something, maybe questioning what he said. But his replies are always very vicious. And I've read a lot of them, and they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he's targeting someone now, like some JP person. And I just feel like saying, hey, you two take your battle somewhere else. We don't want to hear about it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. German Shepherd Mom, I wasn't being rude to you. I was just stating a fact. It was the point that she's up there shaking the can and they're out there having a good time. Doesn't matter if she was shaking an empty can or a full can. It's still the point behind it. And Jagger, they were drinking because Jagger got arrested that night for DUI. He was with Sammy that night. They were out there partying. So that's already been confirmed.
And he's probably grieving and turning to alcohol. I mean, people do that,
Hold on a second. Take care of chat real quick.
But just the partying was, I don't know. It just doesn't seem very respectful. I just feel like there's other things they could be doing to honor her. That's just my opinion. I don't want it to be just me up here. Someone else come in.
I'm still here.
Okay. I thought you had to go to the chats.
No, I'm on my phone. I just didn't want to hear everybody hear me typing.
Yeah, I feel like if there was something that happened that was really bad, why don't the kids just call 911? If there was an accident or if someone's sick,
yeah,
just call 911. 911. Who cares about getting in? If it's someone's life, I would choose someone's life over me getting in trouble on a drug charge, because at least I have my life and I can do my time if I had drugs, and my life would go on. It would be hard at first, but you would keep going on. But I don't understand why no one with all these phones out there didn't call 911. This whole thing might have been prevented. But leaving Kiely, I think that really bothers me the most, because I know that when my daughters go out, I make sure I tell them, don't leave without your friends, and they should not leave you. I need all your friends' contact information. I need their parents' names. I need their parents' numbers. I need the addresses where you are. I can see you on the phone. I need to be able to contact your friends if you don't answer. And if your phone dies, I need to be able to call someone to find you. So being alone is the worst. And back in the 80s, we didn't have cell phones. So we just went out, and my mom would be praying by the door until I came back home, because there's no way for her to know if I'm okay.
Yeah. This whole thing is really sad because, she's only 16. It breaks my heart.
And,
I was going back and watching the interviews with the mom, and, you can see how distraught and tore up she was. I mean, she looked ran down. So I know she's just going through those emotions,
Mm-hmm.
She's going through, if we look at the grieving process, that's exactly what she's going through. She's going through denial and anger. She's going after certain people. Right.
But according to, from what I heard from AWP or from anyone, you cannot release anything until you go to the police. So, I mean, then for them to contact they didn't even have to contact the family, because legally that's like a privilege. That's like something that out of respect that Doug does, because legally he doesn't have to do anything. He can just call the police and they can tell the family. So
Very true.
And then there was one contact person. There's only one contact person. Wait, what? Maybe two. I think there was the grandma on Daniel Rodney's side that was called, and then a great aunt. But that's all the contact information that was given. They didn't give. No one else gave AWP any more numbers. And usually when someone's missing and you don't want to bother the family with everything, you have one family representative that takes care of everything. That representative takes care of contacting other people in the family, kind of the point of contact person. That way, it doesn't put the burden on the parents who are, in a horrible emotional state.
Yeah.
So.
I'm back, y'all. I'm just listening.
Hey.
Hi.
Are there any other cases that are? I mean, I know there are tons of missing persons, and the more I look at these, the more I see there are some kids that are found. And so praise God, I am seeing some of those where child was found. I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying I do see some efforts, not in waste, or I should say, not in.
I wanted to share too, because a lot of people keep saying the PI's license is expired. That was a mistake somebody made, and he came out and he come out and proved it. He showed his license. So Zavgirl went ahead and
she retracted her statement, basically. But is he a photographer also? Like a swimsuit photographer?
he models. He does modeling photography. So I forget exactly what they call that. They go out. These ladies model the clothing, and
So
he does all kinds of. I think he does all kinds of different modeling photos.
So he doesn't do PI work full time. It's kind of on the side.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we're not
Yeah, he does both, and he didn't come here to. He came to search. He didn't come here to be a PI for the family. And I think that's where a lot of people get things confused. I didn't even know for a long time either that he wasn't retained by the family. I thought he was.
Well, I did like his drone footage, and
yeah, and he gave us
that was really, really awesome. I was scanning that thing every day.
And if it wasn't for him, a lot of us wouldn't have known where that party location was, the real party location, because the news and stuff were saying it was the campground, and they were keeping that under wraps for a long time. That's why I followed him closely, because he does put truth out there too. There might be his own opinion, which is his own opinion. We don't even have to agree with his opinion.
Right.
He knows half the time that I don't agree with what he says.
I
tried to just put his without putting everybody else's conversation, because there's a bunch of people tagged into that, not to put their face out there. I tried to do that.
Here's where he's talking about Kiely having another guy that night.
Honestly, don't know exactly what I believe the truth exactly, although I believe the truth will come out. The lowercase i's just bother me, as a prior English teacher. That caused some friction. I don't think it was genuine when Sammy said Kiely was single and living her best single life, or whatever the statement was. So there was a guy, not Jagger. Well, he said, I don't honestly know.
So there was some friction that night.
And we don't know if it's
morbid.
The mini Nates, and we have many Nicks and Nates and Jagger.
Wow. The girl on that other channel, she threatened me. If Daisy don't watch out,
I don't know. There's no other live right now besides the big, huge one.
Huh?
There's no other live right now besides the big, huge one.
They're live. I ain't going to mention that channel.
No, I don't want you to. I'm just saying there's only one big
they're
one.
Live, and the girls are people I thought were my good subs are bashing me.
What in the world?
Yeah, this person is like, I don't care though. You find out how people are.
I think bashing people is a lot worse than showing a video
Mm,
and looking at images.
sorry. I'll take it down. Sorry. But yeah, I've been in an anxious state of mind recently on the farm, so not sure if I can come up. It's okay. Morbid, you don't have to come up if you don't want to. Sherry, what are you doing? I swear I thought once I got away from the Summer Wells case that we wouldn't have this problem, but they just keep right on. They don't care who they hurt. They get mad. Hey, Steffers. But yeah, good subs don't bash creators. Yeah. Or threaten them. And the girl is threatening to put information out on me. I don't know what kind. There's nothing you can put out about a cow.
Exactly.
Or a person that lives on the farm. Oh yeah, and they were over there saying I trash people in trailer parks. No, I didn't say nothing. I just said her name. They was over saying I trash people in trailer parks. Half my family lives in trailer parks. I'm not doing that. See how people twist things around and lie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Read back chat, Daisy. Yeah, these people don't need to come out and be so mean to people.
Who's doing
I don't know why people are being so hateful.
Who is it? Oh. Guys, please be respectful to the panel. If you're not respectful to the panel, please just go to another place because I'm not going to put up with nobody being disrespectful to my panel.
This one's every single life.
I have others, yeah. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But I'm a human. And I'm going, if somebody comes after me for no reason, I'm going to stand up for myself.
Yeah, and it's going to be upsetting to you.
No, it don't upset me. I'm going to stand up for myself.
No, I'm talking about them people coming, sending people over here to bash on you.
I don't even read the comments half the time. When I see when I see that they're bad comments, delete they are. It's just that this one woman is up on that panel talking, and she can't even hardly speak English, and she's making threats.
Yeah.
She crawls in the back of the ship, and they're questioning my nursing. Let me tell you something. I got many a patients that would stand up and say, I love her as a nurse, and I wish she was a nurse still. Many of my patients that are still friends with me to this day, a lot of them. And most of them are OB mamas, like the babies, mamas that delivered babies and stuff.
Yeah, well, I thank you for your service for being a nurse.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I still am a nurse. I don't know. I don't want to release too much information because there is devils out here listening that will go on the attack. So, but I have no problem proving about anything. I've worked for, 20 years. I worked more than that I worked as a CNA before I was a nurse for years. And then I became an LPN, and then I went back and got my registered nursing.
Yeah, and I know that when you get those extra degrees, you have clinicals. So I knew of a friend that went through and got that certification, or what'd you say, LPN or?
Yeah, I went to LPN is a licensed nurse. You still go to college, but you don't go as long as an RN. But I actually went back and got my RN degree.
So you not only have classes, right? You also have to get up at like 6 a.m. and
oh my God, yeah.
You have to do like hours of clinicals, and then
yeah, it's like being in the Army.
I remember her coming in the dorm, and I'm just like, you look horrible.
Well, not only do you have to study, you have to read every chapter, and you probably have about 30 chapters, and you have to memorize it by heart and know exactly what they want, because there'll be 4 right answers, but you got to pick the right answers on there. So
you don't want to do something wrong with someone, when you're administering drugs or You know, when you're going to the
Oh,
hospital.
yeah, we had to do 5-step dosage calculations, and we
Hello,
only had 2
Sherry.
chances to do them in. And if we missed the second time, you're out of nursing school. And I drove an hour and a half to go to nursing school every day. Got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, drove through snow, you name it, I done it. So don't come at me and say, "Oh, I don't think she's a nurse." Da 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 da. That's just being assholes.
I know what it's like.
I can prove I'm a nurse, and I've been a
I
nurse,
can
and I've
prove
got
who I am
patients
too.
that's my friends right now. Family members when I work in certain places that are still friends with me to this day. So you can go deep, whoever you are up on that panel, and try to attack me. You would think that this case, they're talking bad about me talking about this case, but yet they're up there bashing my reputation. They don't even know me, who I am as a
I
person,
know Miss
but
Daisy.
they're up there bashing me
She's a
because she
foxy
don't like
lady.
it because I'm getting views.
Miss Daisy, you're a foxy
Well,
lady. I know you. You're a foxy lady.
well, thank you,
Foxy.
Miss Cherry.
That means crafty and sly and smart.
I'll be honest with you. There's not much about the human body that I don't know about. So if you have questions, ask me, and I'll tell you
And if
exactly
she
how.
can't, I'll tell you.
I can tell you exactly what a drop of blood goes through your body, through your heart, through the chambers. I can tell you where it exactly goes through the heart and out. Most
Yep,
nurses can't
the
do that,
heart's
but
not
I can
really
do
just
it.
one pump. The heart's really 4 pumps, right?
You got 4 ventricles in the heart.
You got 2 auricles at the top, 2 ventricles at the bottom. So the heart
You
as
got
a
4
pump is
ventricles.
really has 4
Well, you got 4
separate,
chambers. You
right,
got
4
your
chambers, 4 separate
aorta,
jobs. 4 separate jobs.
atrial,
You know what I'm talking about.
mitral valve, tricuspid valve, aorta valve.
Mitral valve prolapse. Your valve, you got a leaky valve.
Yep. The blood is unoxygenated on the right side of your heart, and it goes to the lungs. Everybody says,
Yes.
"Oh, it automatically goes to the left side of the heart." Nope. From the
No.
right side of the heart, it goes into the lungs where
Yes.
oxygen exchange, and it comes back in through the
Right.
left side of the heart.
Gets
So
recirculated.
that's why when you have congestive heart failure on the left side of your heart, it backs up into your lungs, and you get fluid on your lungs.
You have fluid everywhere.
Well, that's on the right side. You will see edema in the body on the right side, but you will see edema in the lungs, which I've seen many people die from congestive heart failure and literally drowned in their own fluids
Hey, Miss
because
Daisy,
the left side of the heart's not working.
how you like my new
So
name?
if you want to question my knowledge as a nurse, bring it. Any of you that's over there on that, bring it. I don't care who you are, bring it.
Hey, Miss Daisy,
I will answer any question you have.
I just diagnosed somebody with plantar fasciitis today because she said she had excruciating heel pain. It felt like a stone bruise. Well, my father had that, and it's
I love you guys,
plantar
and I don't mean
fasciitis.
to bring this, but it's really ticking me off
Sorry.
because they're bashing me for no
But
reason
did you
at all.
notice I'm not very Sherry anymore, so you can't call me that.
You're the mischievous maker.
I'm mischief maker.
Look at her name,
Mischief
y'all.
maker.
Look at her name.
Hey, Miss Daisy, they're asking about like Candace going to court
For what?
for neglect. Candace.
When did y'all hear that? Christine,
Where'd you hear that?
She's the Summer Wells, and she's getting deep.
I don't know. Someone said
Don't get us
someone
excited.
asked about her going to court, and I don't know.
Well, I know
Don't get us
allegedly
excited about that.
that she went to allegedly she went to Jefferson City, where Dawn, and I think she stayed in that area too. I'm not for sure, and got a restraining order against him or something.
Was it going to
I
court?
don't want to say it in here, Rhonda, because I don't want to give her clout.
I'm not going to say a word.
Is she? So she's going
I
to
know
court.
exactly where she is. I won't say a word.
Do what, Shelly?
Is she going to court about the restraining order?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about I know they were supposed to have a CPS hearing this month.
Oh yeah, that's probably what they were asking about, and I don't know
if that's what it is, but I don't know anything about that. No, I'm just I'm just saying they're over there questioning my nursing degree. Let me tell you something. If you think you know any more on that channel, on that troll channel.
What
Anyway,
channel?
I'm not gonna say. I'm
Isn't
not
that
Bunny
getting
Rabbit.
caught.
that's
There's
defamation?
some people up there bashing it. So I just got this. So for the ones that went up on that panel and act like they know more than me, bring it, sister. I guarantee you, I will tell
Bring
you
it
anything
on.
you want to know about the human body. I've worked for
Bring it on.
years. Doctors has trusted me. I still have friends as doctors.
Mhm.
So go for it, sister.
Yep. Don't
Like
you
I
just
said, I
love it
can
when
tell you the
people
exact drop of
challenge
blood
your
in the human
integrity
body.
and
I
your
can tell you what
career?
the kidneys does, you know.
Don't you just love it?
Because they have nothing
Challenge your
else.
integrity and your career. Don't
Because
you
they
just
have
love it?
nothing else. They have nothing else to say but to attack her.
Right. And I hope one day if I could get rehabilitated, and that, yes, I got hurt.
Yes.
I got hurt working on the job. Yes, I fell and I got hurt. So there you
I
go.
got
I was
hurt
trying
too
to
on the
save a
job.
human life during a rapid response.
Well,
I
Lady of
was
Love
trying to
was
save a human life when I got hurt. If you want that too, to
I
bash.
was trying to save my kids on a bus when an accident happened. There. We were in the
Mhm.
same boat, Miss Daisy. We were both doing our jobs and we were doing them to the best of our ability. And
I know.
we got our
It's just,
feet kicked
I
out
don't
from
want
under
people
us.
coming after my
It's
nurse and
pathetic.
stuff. That really pisses
It's
me off.
pathetic. I
Especially
know.
people I've let in my chat and let up on my panel.
Mm.
And I've been seeing a lot of people that I thought were good, faithful subs over there bashing me just because they don't like what I put up. Well, if you think you're going to send me a message and tell me to take down my video because you don't like what I put out, honey,
I
you
wouldn't
can.
say that. I just say if it bothers me, I don't look. I'm just
You know,
listening. I
that's
don't
what's
look. If it bothers me, I don't look.
It
Doesn't
could be
keep
just
me
a
away
bunch
from
of
the channel.
yeah. It could be blobs. We don't even know for sure. We're
You
just
know what I'm
looking.
saying? It doesn't keep me away from
Candace
Miss
has a
Daisy
CPS
because
hearing on the
I don't want
26th
to
of
see
this
that.
month. Do
I
y'all
want to
see
hear
that?
her.
yeah.
Thank you, Ziggy V.
LL.
Has CPS hearing.
And Ziggy V knows, y'all. Ziggy V knows. That's all I can say.
She has a
Lady
CPS
Love.
hearing this month. Thank you.
Lady Love.
What
Yep, the
about Lady
26th of
Love?
this month, y'all. But
Lady
no, I'm
Love.
just saying.
Are you a lover dover?
I am a lover.
I still have pregnant mommies. I still have
Alright.
pregnant mommies send me messages saying, "Oh, I wish you was still nurse for my next baby. I'd give anything if you were my nurse again."
Hmm.
They
You
still
said
do
lover.
that.
You said
I've
lover
written
dover.
letters to nurses.
Is that what you said, Sherry?
People are just so
Yeah.
ill on YouTube.
I've written letters to nurses that I've had,
Thank
and my
you.
sister went and brought.
Thank you.
She bought all of my nurses that had me for a long period of time. She bought all of them bracelets and stuff, and said thank you for taking care of my sister. And I thought that was very sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, nurses
I
are
have
do a
bagged
lot.
people
They're
before.
unappreciated people like teachers.
And you bet your
Yeah.
sweet ass I've saved people's lives. And I've got many of
Yeah,
people
we
as
do save
witnesses that
people's
I
lives
have
and
saved
teach
people's
them how
lives.
to save
I don't
lives.
play. I don't stand back and say, "Oh, what do we do?" I go in and action happens. And a
Mm.
lot of people has thanked me for saving their family's life. So there you go.
There you go.
I've bagged
You have
people.
action
Hey,
mode.
Miss Daisy,
I've
you wouldn't
been
be
the
where you
only
are
nurse
today,
in a cold blue before several
Miss
times.
Daisy.
And guess what? We brought those people back. Absolutely.
Miss Daisy,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be where you are if you didn't have a good teacher somewhere along the way.
That's right. I had good
Very
nursing
true.
teachers and teachers in school too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't
You're
forget
right. My
about us.
band
We're the
teacher.
base. We're the base of the pyramid. The parents first, then the teachers right on top. Then it just goes
Yes.
up.
Yes.
The Goose Squad's gonna get them.
So anybody that's out here threatening on a panel that they're going to go at me and find out stuff about me, well, go for it, sister, because you're not going to find nothing.
But what
That's
is
what
she
she's saying
ever
about
do?
me too.
What did she ever do to you guys personally? Like really?
I don't know who the woman is. She talks like she can't speak English, but she said she was coming after me.
Well, she's not. She's talking about you behind
They're
your back.
just all having a bash party over there on that channel right now.
Well, that's talking about you behind their back. That's very cowardly. They could just write an email and say, "This is what I think is going on. These are my feelings," or do it in a civil way.
No,
You
she
know,
just
it's
put out a
funny.
video about me. A
Yeah,
bash
you know,
video.
They do it
it's
for
funny
likes.
because
for-
they don't even watch her live. They just come over. They just come over and leave comments to bash instead of watching it.
Yeah.
So You can tell by what they're writing that they didn't even watch any of it.
I watch
Right.
everything
Trolls,
every day.
then I guess
That's all
they're
I have
true.
to do. And I know
Mhm.
about everything that's going on the YouTube streets.
But I'm going to
And
bring
I'm not a
content,
troll.
you all, as I see it. And let me tell you
I'm
something.
bored. It's
Yes,
called
the
boredom.
Rose Bly video
Bored.
will, the Rose Bly audio will be out. And if you would stop to listen to it, like nobody did, you will hear things that will shock you about this case when it comes to Summer Wells.
Mm-hmm.
Totally shock you what this woman has to say.
And then
yes,
people can just make
she
up their own
is
minds.
friends on Facebook with the girl who that she claims is Rose Bly. Huh?
Oh my word.
It's very interesting. I've thought about putting the audio out because people need to hear it. Because I really believe this woman is
Where
telling
do
the
we
truth.
find where can
You
we
know what I
find
think
that?
about though? I
What?
think
Stacy?
about what if she is under some kind of FBI protection? Would you
That's
want to
what
put
the
that
woman
out?
said. The woman said she is.
Well,
She
that's
said
why I
the
think though
TBI knows.
She is
if
a
people
what?
expose that, it's going to be bad for her.
She
What is
said
she?
the TBI knows. She said that Rose wants to come forward. She said she wants to come forward.
Yeah, we
That's
only
what
got
she
to hear a
said.
sliver of that.
Oh,
Well,
good
not everybody
gosh.
made it so noisy you couldn't, and so nobody really stopped to actually listen
Yeah.
to the audio of it. That's
Mm-hmm.
why we were so convinced, that this was something to look into. She knew stuff about people that I didn't even know. She knew that Shannon and Andy were Andrew Hiltz were cousins, and he admitted that they were cousins. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. This
go
gets
with
more
your
convoluted
yeah. It's
every
none of
time.
their business. It's none of their business. None of their business.
None of your business.
Let's hear Jesse will get you if you're me. Jesse makes up special trigger warnings for certain people. Amanda had her own trigger warning. Poor Amanda.
Give me a trigger warning.
Yeah, we got one for Sherry. We got to make one up for Sherry now.
Yeah, get one
Sherry
quickly.
needs one.
I am not Sherry. I am mischief maker.
Mischief maker. Sherry's a mischief maker.
Mischief maker.
It's just sick, all of it. I've been
Well,
here
I always
many
wanted to
times
have a
about this
vote and put
before.
that on the back.
Hell with
Since I
them.
don't
Thank
have a
you,
vote, I just might as
Bojangles.
well use it.
Love you, Bojangles. Yeah, maybe if she would have come at me and said, "Hey, I feel uncomfortable with what you put out, maybe you should take it down or something." Maybe I would have thought about it, but coming at me and say, "Take it down," and making a bash video about me and all that other shit.
Well, she can't tell you what to do. It's your channel.
In the Bible, in Matthew, it says, "Go to the person first,
right,
and tell them your grievances."
Oh.
And if you do not get satisfaction, take 2 or more with you, so that they may be witnesses that you try to make amends or talk to that person.
Good night,
Then,
Lucky Charm.
if you cannot get satisfaction, then go to the church, which means seek a counselor like your minister or someone to help you with this.
Yeah, go to God.
We love you,
You
Sherry.
understand?
Just
That's
like
in
Wes
Matthew.
when said Bonnie loves Sherry. No twerking. Texas Bright said no twerking, Sherry.
Watch her now. She's going to get up and do it.
I
No,
know.
I'm not. I'm
Twerking
trying to
Sherry
plug
up
in
here,
my.
y'all.
I've got to plug in my.
No, honestly, I don't wish any bad will on that channel. Just leave me alone. That's all I want you to do. Leave me alone. I don't talk bad about you.
I don't
don't
even
talk
watch
bad
that
about your
channel.
content.
I don't watch that channel, but I was there
In
long
fact,
enough.
the other day I said that I
long
thought she
enough
was
to
a pretty
catch on.
woman.
I was there long enough to catch on.
But just leave me alone.
I'll
Because I'm
click
going
on
to put out what
something
I want.
and see.
Oh, somebody said they loved your name, Mischief Maker. Sherry.
I am Mischief Maker.
We know. I seen you up on Jinkies last night.
You did? That was show and tell. That's
Was
everybody
it?
show your babies. Your
Me
fur
and Jinky
babies.
still ain't on speaking terms right now.
Well, that's okay. Y'all have to work that out. My sister and I don't get along very much either, so I understand it completely. I understand it. She never calls me and says, "Hey, Sherry, how are you doing?"
Yeah,
like
she
the last
used
time
to,
she called
Sherry.
me, she got into an argument over nothing. She said, "All viruses stay in your body for the rest of your life." I said, have you had a colonoscopy? She said, no. I
Who
said,
said
do you
that?
get my sister? And I said, have you had a shingles vaccination? She said, no. And she said, I don't believe in that preventative stuff. And I said, well, you're being very risky. And then she said,
Uh-huh.
all viruses stay in the body anyway forever. And I said, no, that's not true. And she
Thank you,
said, well,
Bojan.
I'm going to look it up. And she looked it up. And I said, read it, sister. And she did. It said, some viruses stay in the body
Oh,
forever, not all viruses.
she
So
backpedaled.
I got her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
sisters will always bicker, and I think they'll work it out in time. Truth comes to light. It always
She's
does.
21
It
months younger
does.
than I am. We're close in age, 21 months apart.
That's how me and Jinkies are. We're only a few years.
I
And
know
she's
about
the
your
baby, so
I know about your whole life story, and I'm so glad I do, Miss Daisy. Thank you.
Okay,
It makes me respect you all the more.
me and Sherry talked one night after ours,
Yeah,
and I fell asleep on Sherry. Woke up, and Sherry was still talking.
I was still I was like, "Where are you? What's wrong? Did you fall?"
And I was like, Sherry, I took my medicines. I have to go. I'm going to
I got
sleep.
to go to sleep. I said, "You've already been
Thank
asleep.
you.
What
Too
time?"
blessed to be stressed. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. And guys, we are going to talk about Kylie some more. We might not go back into these videos. I think we've showed enough of them. But if they give me more hard time about it, I probably will.
No,
But
you're just stubborn. She's
I'll
stubborn as
talk
two
about what I want
mules.
to on my own channel.
I know she's
Nobody
stubborn as
telling me what to do.
two mules, not one,
And we're
two.
going to look more into this Kylie case until we find out. Oh, thank you,
Whoa,
Shelly.
Yeah, I got to pop
whoa.
out and try to get to bed earlier tonight.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, thank you for coming up. I enjoy having you up here.
Oh, my daughter's calling right now. All
All
right,
right.
bye, guys.
Bye bye. But if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and a like button. And that just
And
helps my channel grow
if you have a
more.
sister, try to get along with her, even though it's almost
It's
impossible.
hard, Sherry.
I know, honey. I have one. She thinks I'm hard to deal with, but I'm just a straight shoot. I'm a straight shooter. I just say it like it is, and if you don't like it, kind of like
We know we
kind of
gotta
like you.
come up with
Carry,
a trigger warning for Sherry.
yeah,
Miss
carry
Daisy
down
can fall for the fake
carry
drama
down the
stuff. You're
road
better
dumping.
than that, so don't waste breath
Yeah,
or a small ounce of energy with the garbage. Keep being you. Thank you, Morbid. Thank you. Thank you.
we used
Thank
to
you for
say
that
this.
encouragement.
We
See,
used to say
look,
this.
you can encourage me. Listen, Morbid, I really believe that you are going to be 100,000 views before it's over with because you've got the voice, you've got the insight and the intelligence to build a strong channel. We just got to get used to bull through this drama stuff and keep going and not
Yeah,
let.
Morbid is a very wise man.
He is, and he's very smart and he's very intelligent, and I really believe that he's going to go somewhere. That this is actually his calling.
Yeah.
Is he Is he
Oh,
single?
thank you, Red Eyes.
Is he
Obviously.
single?
I don't know. We have to ask him.
I don't know. I don't know, Sherry. You better be good.
I'm going to tell Top Dog.
I don't care. He's
We'll
in
get
London.
Top Dog after you, Miss Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry's out on the hunt again.
I wish you would get him after me. I've
Where
got some
is Top Dog?
things.
I've seen him
I've
on a
got some
couple other
things.
channels.
I've got some
Oh,
things.
thank you, Sal. Thank you for the super chat. Thank
I
you,
got some
thank you.
things to say to that man.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate those.
I love that man with all my
Thank
heart.
you.
I've got a few things to say.
Thank you, Sal. Thank you. Look here. Special Sherry warning. Jesse done made us a special Sherry warning. Sherry warning. Sometimes she needs to be cut down. Sometimes she needs to be muted. Sherry tells it how it is.
Yeah. I've been muted.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse.
Jesse knows, don't she? Thank you,
Jesse.
Sal, for that $20 super
Miss
chat.
Daisy.
Thank you.
Miss Daisy was my first
Yes.
YouTube experience that I ever had. I didn't even
Aw.
know anything about YouTube, and I'm just flipping around. All of a sudden, it came up with this cow, You know, it was right as
Cow.
Summerwell, all the Summerwell stuff, and all of a sudden the cow shows up. And I'm like, I gotta check this out,
Yes.
and I did, and you were the first person I ever watched in my life, ever on
Aw.
YouTube. Yeah,
I love
and I
you,
was
Sherry.
like 65.
I love you, Sherry. I love all my peeps. Miss Lady of Love, she's a big part of my channel. She's got a lot of good content. She's boots on the ground with this case, and she's very smart. And we love Miss Lady of Love. We love Christine. We love Top Dog.
She's a lover dover.
We love
She says.
very Sherry, very, very Sherry over here.
Very Sherry went bye-bye.
Miss Daisy is my first
It's a
YouTube channel. Oh,
whole
thank
new
you.
persona. Whole new persona.
Miss Veronica just went through colon cancer, so she wants everyone to please get that colon checked. If you've not had your colon checked, get it
Yeah,
checked.
it's very important.
Yep.
She just had to
But
go
see,
through all that.
my sister won't do anything. She's like, she thinks
Thank
she's
you,
some sort of
Judith.
herbologist or something, you know. She won't have any vaccines. She won't do anything. She won't do that. But she'll call me up when she has COVID saying,
Oh, I'm
Sherry,
sorry,
I feel
Tammy.
I'm so sick.
I'm so sorry, Tammy.
And I'm like,
love you, Tammy.
I'm sorry, Elaine. Do you want me to get someone to bring me over, take me over to your house?
Get them colons checked.
She hasn't had a colonoscopy. She's 64 years old.
Yep, Daisy, you got a lot of lovers and supporters in your chat who love,
Oh, I
love you
do.
to
I
pieces.
know. I don't know why I'm even letting it. I guess because I really like that girl. I mean, like, I don't have anything against her, and I don't see why she continuously wants to keep it up. I can see why some of the panel guests, like Constance, is, and the rest of them, but I don't understand her. But
words hurt no matter what; they still hurt, especially when they're not true.
Constance still has
I just
something
think I'll let her
to
tell
say.
me what to do.
I remember everybody's names.
I love Ziggy,
photographic memory.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
And
why I
little
say
Ziggy too.
people should just dig in for themselves without, listening to other people's opinions.
Listen, I literally had a creator. I literally had a creator one night. She was online all night long trying to prove what me and Ziggy V had out was not true, and she couldn't do it. Literally all night long, she was trying to dictate it and rip it apart and twist it around, and so that person, I ain't really worried about her.
I know
I had like 10 channels come at me at once over. Listen, I don't care if you come at me or not. I don't really care. I don't. People love me for who they are, and don't send your trolls. Keep your trolls over there because they're not going to be. They're going to be delete. Sherry. And I was like, because listen, I've been at Sam's and Costco all day.
Not again.
Yes, girl. Buddy, I got.
Oh no! I went on the last trip with you guys.
Me and Jinkies, yeah. Well, I've been gone all day, and I've looked because last night I was like, I don't see really a lot of negative comments. Man, oh man, I got to look and boom, there was a bunch of them, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Then somebody sent me a screenshot of that, and I was like, what? And I went and looked. I was like, this is where the trolls are coming from.
Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and watch everything.
Love you or hate you, you're still going to shine. Thank you, Miss Lulu.
What a cute puppy. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ziggy V, that puppy.
You both working together yesterday was a great update. Thank you, Diana. I don't see what we put out as any different than what AWP put out. They actually showed the footage of where Kiely was at.
This was their footage.
This is their footage. We were just pointing out.
I don't like looking at AWP's footage either. So, look, that doesn't stop me from listening to Miss Daisy or Lady Love.
Listen, it don't bother me to see.
I know it doesn't bother you.
Because
I've seen deceased people all my life, but it doesn't bother me. I've seen many deceased people.
I've seen a lot of deceased people too, but that underwater stuff for that long.
But that woman getting over there on that panel threatening me, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is, but for her to threaten,
Miss Daisy,
that's going too far.
I'm
What?
gonna threaten you. I'm gonna come beat your butt.
Well, come on, Sherry.
That's what true crime channels do. Is they look at crime scenes.
Hey,
They look
Miss-
at all that
Miss
stuff
Daisy.
to discuss it.
Yeah,
Miss
they
Daisy,
do.
we'll have a friendly fight.
That's fine. We'll have a
Yeah,
friendly
friendly
fight,
fight.
Sherry.
That's a good
We'll have
one.
You'll
a friendly
probably
fight.
win, Sherry. To
Well,
be
don't you
honest,
kick-
you'll probably
don't
win.
you- don't
Sherry
you kick
probably
me.
would win, huh?
You
Don't
probably
kick.
will win.
No, she has hooves. I don't.
I bet you it could be all of us against Sherry, and she'd still win.
Right.
Very doubtful.
No, you.
I just wish that they said in a couple weeks they were coming out with an update. I hope they hurry and update us. I really do.
Yeah, and I really hope there's no kind of cover up here.
I do too. But if it comes out, there's going to be a lot of people. Oh, Miss Daisy Cow, Miss Lady of Love, an apology.
Well, people are just going to take it the way they want
Thank
to
you,
take it.
Diana.
Miss Daisy, those people didn't even watch the video. That's the sad part, is they just believe it. And
Yeah.
I wish people wouldn't do that. If you're searching for truth, go watch it for yourself and see what exactly was said.
I watched it 2 or 3 times, but I just listened to it after that. I mean, I've already seen all there is.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Right. I
That's
just, but I don't.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Does not keep.
We go deep over here. We go deep. Hello, Molly.
Yeah.
We go
There's
deep. We don't
there's
just hit the
You know why
surface.
we go deep? There's
If
a
you
lot
know
of
me
cow
from the
patties.
Summer West case, we dig in deep.
Yeah.
Cow patties is right.
Some people don't
Cow
like
patties. We dig in deep.
Yes, ma'am, Texas Bright Bright, you can. Thank you. Too blessed to be stressed. Thank you.
I wish somebody come up besides me.
Hey, listen, I got Reba McEntire following me. I got to look in you guys.
Really?
And Dotsy is
I
my
love Reba
mom.com.
McEntire.
Not only did she give me, she's okay. So Dotsy that comes in here says she's a superstar. She's from the South. She's redheaded. She's 67 years old. And we think it's Rita. Okay. She gave me a $50 super chat. And she's the only one on my bomb.com, which is $25 a month membership.
See,
I believe it's Reba.
I
don't know. I might be wrong, but
I love Reba
Hello,
McEntire.
Molly.
I swear, she's hilarious and she's a great singer. And
I love me some Rita too. So I hope it is her.
I think she's wonderful.
Who
I
is
love you,
Doug?
Reba.
Because
If you're
Candace
out
is
there, I
on this
love you.
channel all the time now. Are you talking about Doug from Unknown Thanks Investigates? Oh, you're talking about the Texas Brat. You're talking about the Candace from the one boy, the missing boy out there in Oklahoma's mom. What's his name, you guys? That's missing, that they found his boots.
I think she's talking about Doug No Thanks.
Yeah, Unknown Thanks Doug Investigates. Yeah, he goes Dylan Rounds' mom. That's the Candace. That's Dylan. It could be Winona Judd, but I wouldn't think she'd be 67-year-old.
No.
I wouldn't think.
Not with a child that young. No.
Well, no, I just heard somebody say, yeah, Candace is the boy's mom's name too. Her name is Candace too.
Not again.
No, Doug is really close to the family.
Not again. Don't name your kids Candace unless your name's Candace.
Doug is really close to that family, so I can see, I can see that.
Don't name your dog. Don't name your kids Daisy unless your name's Daisy.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Excuse me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live for tonight.
Did you take your medicine? Did you take your medicine?
No, not yet. I'm running a little bit of a fever. I'm getting sick again. But yeah, she said that, Jess. And we was thinking
how much is a little bit?
He was giving us hints.
How much is a little bit of a fever to a nurse?
Summer Mom is always on Doug's channel. No, that's not Summer's mom. Texas Brat. That is Dylan Rounds' mom. Yes, justice for Summer. We're going to talk about Summer too, you guys. Winona's 58. And
Yeah,
this lady
today,
said she's 67. We Googled it and it was Reba McEntire.
right.
I love Reba
I
McEntire.
am
So
not
look out
surprised
for
at
Dotsy in
all.
here, you guys, because she
She likes
said she
she
didn't come
likes
out and say
farm
she
people.
was, but that's the only
She
one we
likes
can think
farm
of.
people. Read about her life. Read about her
Candace
life.
has
She
a new
likes
man.
read about her.
What?
She loves farm life.
Texas Black, right? You're gonna make me go over and look. Yeah, I
Sure
love
is.
me some Reba. But guys, yeah, I think I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll talk about this some more.
Y'all don't know anything until you went and visited what I visited today.
Where'd you go visit? Thank you, Eve.
I can't say anything, but it's something you eat when you go to the movies, you know.
Popcorn.
Yeah. That's a good. That's a start. That's a clue.
What is it, Sherry?
Well, you've got to go.
I gotta just say, y'all, I love you all, and please don't listen to haters against me. But I know y'all are my
or anybody, not just Daisy, or anybody.
Man,
no
please
haters.
don't tell me to take down a
Daisy,
live,
please,
because I'll
please
bring
wait.
it back up
Please wait.
as
Please
soon as
wait.
you tell me to do it.
Please wait.
Because I will not let anyone dictate my channel.
Miss
Go ahead.
Daisy, please wait one moment. Please,
Okay.
Eve, I wrote this down in my notebook. I take notes sometimes. Eve says she wants prayer for her knee surgery on the 20th.
I've already announced that at the beginning.
Okay.
Y'all
Bow
go
your
pray
head.
for her.
Bow your heads,
Love
please,
you,
and I'll
lucky
say,
girl. Love
I
you,
will say a
everybody.
prayer.
Love you, Tammy. Love everybody. Love you, Diana. Love my mod. Love Sherry. Love Lady Love. Love
Take Eve
everybody.
into her surgery and help heal her, dear Lord.
Lots of love to you, Daisy, and everybody in the chat, and
We love her,
Sherry.
Lord.
Yes. Hillbilly!
I promised I would do that, and I did it.
I won't, Hillbilly. Oh, I won't. I love everybody. Good night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'm glad you got to hear me
Join me tomorrow. I love you all. If y'all
I promised you I would, and I did.
Button.
I did, even though
channel
she's going off. I did pray for you, girl.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Sherry. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Bye, Sherry. Hey, what are you doing? Where's Jinky's at?
I don't know.
Did I edit it?
Look, we get along. Jinkies and I get along